Peace and blessings, and welcome back to Religiously Nerdy. If you haven't been here for a while, Religious Nerdy is a blog and a podcast that consists of three Black Muslim women who love all things nerdy. Today we have me, Ellie, and our hosts Toby and Toyin, and a special guest who is the older sister of Toby and Toyin, Jumai. So, as some of y'all know, Toby and Twan did go to Japan for a while, but before we talk about their travels, we're going to give just a little update of what we've been doing since our last podcast, the fun and the uneventful. And then we're also going to introduce Jumai. So I'll go first because I have the least to update everyone on. I moved from North Carolina to Georgia. And know, the humidity got worse. So we're
Oh
here.
no.
We've been working and doing school. You know, I've been in school for forever. It feels like I've been in school for forever, but I'm almost done. I graduate this year, so that's all for me. That's all the fun stuff I had going on.
Yay. Yeah. Heard the weather is crazy there, I heard. Like in pretty much all of the US is like
Yeah,
really hot right now.
it's like a high of 92, a low of
That's like
70.
well, luckily here it's 70 degrees.
No, but like
But
every
it
it's
feels
like
like 100 and something outside. So
Yeah.
every day, like since I came back from Japan, actually, it's just been hot, 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 hot. I think yesterday was a little breather. It was like a little bit cooler, I guess.
I'll get breathers. I get outside and immediately just
Anyways, so I'll give my updates. So I'm currently in Milwaukee again, and I'm starting my third year of medical school tomorrow. Yay.
Ooh, wow,
I
already.
believe I'm already halfway done. It's crazy. And I think our last podcast was the Avatar one in March. So it's been very busy. That's why I haven't had a podcast for a while because I had to take a standardized exam
Mhm.
and alhamdulillah, I studied and I passed it. So that's good.
we love it.
And that was fun, but that got me busy. So we hadn't had time to do any podcasts since then. But now we have. So like pretty much right after the test, we went to Japan. So
Mhm.
it was a nice celebration, nice break from school. But now I'm starting July 1st again. So we'll see if we can continue this podcast thing. We'll see. But I still want to continue, but I just know that I will get busier.
Mhm.
And even through all of this, I was still watching anime as I do. I've never stopped. So, so yeah, that's me. Now, Toyin.
I guess. All right. So other twin, other than traveling has been a thing. But other than that, like, I just my normal day-to-day work, hobbies, all of that, the Japan, then briefly New York, and then watching anime as always. And now I'm getting ready for Anime Expo, which is next weekend. So I just like packed most of my stuff, like all the like cosplay and all of that. So if you follow me on Instagram, you can see my cosplay lineup. And then this podcast will likely come out after AX, so I guess we'll see all of the shenanigans from that. That's about it. For now. And then lastly, we can go to our guest, Jumai. Introduce
July.
yourselves and just, tell us what you do.
Hello, hello, hello.
Finally.
My name is Jumai. I am the OG, the original Yusuf, aka nerd.
Ooh.
I am the older sister to Toby and Toyin. They learned everything from me. So it's nice to
True.
thank you. It is true. I got them into anime. But it's nice to finally be on your guys' amazing religiously nerdy podcast. I know they've been trying to get me on it for a while. And the fact that we all just came back from Japan together seemed like a perfect opportunity. And I guess I'll tell your listeners a little bit about myself. So I am a filmmaker, I'm a writer and director and a producer. And I have a couple projects I'm working on right now that, again, kind of looped in the whole family. I have a short animated film called Nate and John that is playing the festival circuit. We had our world premiere at Tribeca Film Festival in New York, and Toby and Toyin got to come and watch it, which was really fun. We also went to the Tribeca Games Expo, which I don't know if you guys want to talk about. That was really cool too. Lots of new games coming out that we got to play. And Nate and John also, I went to France with my mom to go to Cannes Film Festival because we were playing at the American Pavilion and we won an award there. So that was really cool. And I also wanted to bring up another project I've been working on recently, which is called Ramadan America. So that's really cool because it's the first project of its kind. It's an anthology of 5 short films that all have to do with Ramadan and Eid. It's all Muslim stories written by Muslim writers, directed by Muslim directors, and featuring like almost all Muslim actors as well. And I directed a short film called The Eid Gift, which is part of Ramadan America. And yeah, if that's something that y'all want to check out, you can find us pretty easily online and help support, Muslim filmmaking. And besides that, so I am the OG nerd. I watch a ton of anime. I'm part of the anime watch parties, reading some manga, webtoons, video games, all of the above. And I'm actually working on a graphic novel right now, and that has been a very, very interesting experience. So yeah, that's a little bit about me.
I didn't know
She's
you
the
were working on a
ultimate
graphic novel. That's so nice. Look
She's
at
the
you.
ultimate nerd. That's what it is.
The ultimate nerd. Oh, and Toyin is coming to me to visit me for Anime Expo. I should say that I am in Los Angeles.
Yes, I was about to say, yeah, she is in Los Angeles. As you can tell, the 3 uses are all in their 3 different time zones.
Crazy.
East Coast, Midwest, West Coast, literally, like.
Yes. But we still make it happen. We still do it.
I was about to say, y'all still make
So-
everything be shaken at the end of the
Still
day.
doing it. Yes.
Yeah, like we all went to Japan, but like all from different locations.
I know we're probably gonna get into that, but my question is because, right, all 3 of you are in different locations. Did y'all just Toby? Okay, so because I've been told, I don't know how true this is. I've been told the easiest way to get to Japan, Asia, all that other stuff is to go from California. So did you and the Toby and Twin? Did y'all go from where you are to LA and then fly, or did y'all just
No, but we
meet
went in
from-
that direction, which is what you're saying. Like it's best to go from, I guess, east,
The West
like
side.
that, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
The reason why I'm not exactly saying east to west because we went so east that it became east again.
So meant so
Yeah,
West.
what's so wet? Yeah. But I flew from LA.
Of course,
I had the shortest flight. Toby was the one who did the weirdest thing because you technically flew backwards.
Kind of, because I went to Boston and then went to Japan from Boston because it was cheaper. It's weird. I don't know how they do flights.
Yeah.
I do not understand.
She met with me and my mom, so like we were like traveling together in that.
So, but like they wanted me to join them on the trip as well, so it was easier. Because from where I am, Milwaukee, it was more expensive to fly from Chicago straight to Japan than to go through Air Canada. So I just joined them on their trip.
At this point, what is the point of international airports?
But I think the thing with maybe it was a different airline. Maybe it wasn't Air Canada. Or was
Air
it
Canada was the cheapest option for me. All the other options were giving me 2,000 plus, but Air Canada was like 1,500 for economy. So okay.
But I flew ANA. Well, I flew ANA, but it was operated by United. I don't understand how that works. But ANA is the Japanese airline.
Yes.
But I think I was just on United planes the whole time. Did you know that there are like tricked out flights in Japan that are like the Demon Slayer
Yeah.
flight
Yes.
or like
Mhm.
something flight. Like that's a thing. I'm like, how did we miss out on that opportunity?
But I don't even know how it works. I don't think it's
Right.
international flights either. I think it's domestic.
It has to be
So,
domestic because I saw there was a
yeah,
Hello Kitty flight, the one that I saw, and I was like, I would love to be on a Hello Kitty flight.
yeah.
Yeah, I met this this guy on my flight home. I don't even know if I told you that.
Mhm.
And he had flown, from LA to Japan on ANA, and he said it was like sea creature themed, and it
What?
was like rain, like you walked on, and it was like rainbow lights.
Ooh.
I don't know.
What?
So it is international
So you
then. Oh,
couldn't
maybe it's just
go-
Anna
Yeah,
Airlines.
maybe it has to be like
Anna
directly
Airlines.
Maybe it's
at
on a
ANA. Yeah.
specifically that airline.
But
just-
they went through Air Canada. Air Canada doesn't have anything like that.
Yeah, I don't think Air Canada's cosplaying their plane.
But Japan be extra. They really
Okay.
be extra.
I guess we should just get into it. I mean, we already did, but let's get
Yeah.
into
So that's how we flew to Japan.
So yeah, that's how we flew there.
So
Flight. I
mhm.
think it was like an hour to Montreal and then like 13 and a half hours.
Mm,
Mhm.
And
mm.
yeah, long flight.
But we did fly business class. So
Ooh, so it was worth it.
Don't
then.
say we. Y'all
Okay.
did that. Jemai, did not fly business class.
business class. Was it premium economy?
Toby
I
and
fly
Quinn-
regular, economy, middle seat in front of the bathrooms. Thank you very much.
Oh, you're
No.
pretty close to the bathrooms. So that's fine.
No? Is it though?
Not a good idea. Not good to be close to the bathrooms.
I don't see, and this is my problem, right? So the longest flight I've been to is from Charlotte to Puerto Rico, and I didn't. I'm not standing up on a flight. I can't explain why, but but I know for like a 13, 14-hour flight, I'd have to get up eventually, right? I feel like it's inevitable.
Mhm.
But if I have to take a long flight, I'm flying business class.
Yeah.
You don't catch me. I want to be comfortable. I want to make sure I can go back to sleep.
Yeah.
13 hours?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. But we actually, part of that is we did get compression socks to sort of help with that, because I also get I don't want to stand up for some reason, but I don't want to get, I don't know, blood clots or whatever.
Yeah.
So
That's
got
not good to
compression
be
socks.
not doing, for a long time.
Yeah. So that's probably the only hard part I think about going to Japan is just the
It's just
long
the flight
getting
getting
there.
there. Yeah, definitely.
And we were lucky because we originally got economy premium, but we just did a bid to get business class, and then we got it. That's how
Yeah.
how you save money on business class tickets.
Yeah.
That economy premium
Yeah.
bid up. That's how you do it.
It was still expensive. Let me just say that.
Yeah, and we flew into Narita, right? In Tokyo.
Narita.
We all
Okay.
landed
Narita
in
Airport.
Narita.
There's two
Yeah.
airports in Tokyo, but you went through Narita, not Haneda.
Mhm,
I
mhm.
think Narita is kind of
Yeah.
farther away than downtown. Than Haneda is more downtown Tokyo or something.
Mhm.
Something along those
And
lines.
then we started. Do you guys want to explain the process of our trip and the
Sure.
How
tour
we
and everything?
found this tour.
So
tour pretty
I
much planned the trip.
Yeah, so I was the main organizer, I would say, because of
Mm-hmm.
course, I mean, I've always wanted to go to Japan, right? And I wanted to do a long trip, like 2 weeks, because that's really what, if you're gonna fly 13 hours, you have to make it worth it, right? And so yeah, I was like, yeah, let's go to Japan. So I was looking for tours. I wanted to do a tour group because again, less hassle for me to plan what to do each day. And tour groups, they will take care of transit from place to place and also hotel bookings. They take care of that. So a little weight off your shoulders, right? So, and then I found this anime flavor tour from All Japan Tours, and I was like, great, because yeah, there's anime, but obviously I'm not just gonna just do anime stuff. So I wanted to also see more parts of Japan. So it was multiple cities from Tokyo to Osaka. Most of the anime stuff was just on the first day, and then the rest of it was the general normal tourism of Japan, a lot of temples. So we went to Kyoto, then Hakone and then Mount Fuji and then Osaka and all that. Yeah. So that was that. And then I also wanted to go to Disneyland and Universal. So we like put in extra days before the trip and after the tour to do like more personal stuff.
That's a lot of. Now you mentioned a lot of places, and I love that y'all went to a lot of places. But the only thing that's hitching me up,
Mm-hmm.
the amount of walking
Mm-hmm.
in Disneyland
Yeah,
that
Disneyland.
one would have
And
to
we did
do.
it our first day, which it was kind of like, like
Got off the
we're
plane, went to the
tired.
hotel, and then went to Disneyland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, can we
Oh!
just like honestly, I was like, so do we just go home now? Like we
No,
really like
no, we were serious, like literally, like I mean, we came in the day before, so we still like we came in the day before, the day after, like maybe at like 4 p.m. we came, but it took a while to get our hotel, but Disney when it was the next day, so we still like slept, I guess, but it was
Okay.
already like a big thing, going to a theme park or whatever is already a big deal. After that day, we were like, okay, I guess we're like, I'm kind of okay with like I'm kind of done.
Did
You have
it.
like 13 more days. Like I'm kind of already done.
That's a lot of walking, and then so okay. You
I
went
guess
to,
also jet
wait, so
lag.
and we went to and just for to clarify, so Tokyo is very interesting because their Disney is a little bit more unusual from other Disneys. So they have Tokyo Disneyland and Tokyo Disney Sea. And even though our mom and we wanted to go to Disney Sea, we only went to Disneyland. But Tokyo Disney Sea is like even stranger because it's like on the coast and there's like Japanese only IP that they put there too. And then, but in Tokyo Disneyland, it was really fun. I haven't been to Disneyland since I was a kid. I know Toby and Toyin and our mom went like 2 years ago,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Disney World. They went to
Yeah,
Disney
but
World in Orlando. So Disneyland was kind of like similar to that. Yeah.
oh yeah, it was a little bit, but everything's in Japanese,
I
which
mean, it
is
was so
so
I think
funny
it's
to
Japanese,
me.
so it's kind of weird.
Yeah, and then but everything is cheaper too, which is great. And then I got my little ears, my
oh,
Aladdin ears. I'm cute.
those
So
are
now
actually
I'm
really cute.
Mm-hmm.
and I'm first of all, I'm like, do you have these in Orlando, Toby and Joanne? I don't know.
Probably
Yeah.
not. They probably
I
have
don't.
like, location
I
specific
don't know.
like headbands and stuff.
I don't. I know one person that literally has every variation of Mickey Mouse ears, and I've never seen that one.
I've
There you
never seen that
go.
either.
Wow.
But not like I
Okay.
looked for it, so they
Exclusive.
could have had it, but
Yeah, and I'm sure they make new ones every year.
Right, but I
well,
mean,
But they do,
still.
mhm.
and I do know you can get ears for that like Japanese Disney specific character because my friend got those. So that's definitely only something you would get at Tokyo
In
Disney
Japan.
Sea.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow. So I mean, it was fun, but like, of course, like Disney Sea would have been cool to go to. But the new thing just opened up in Disney Sea, like after we went. So we have to go to
Yeah,
Disney
after
Sea
we
anyway.
went, we have to go back. We have to go
Anyway.
back. They have Frozen and they have a Japanese version of Let It Go, which is so
I was
funny
like,
to me.
Really?
Singing it in Japanese.
Yeah,
Yes.
everything. All the
Now you
everything
can
is
look it
Japanese.
up.
was in Japanese, so the songs were in Japanese. So it was just like, this is so interesting. But I mean, obviously we know the songs, so it's not like we need to
Yeah.
translate it, but it was just so interesting.
But you don't know the song in Japanese.
Yes, we heard.
Yeah.
So one of my favorite things when I went to Tokyo Disneyland was the Beauty and the Beast ride.
Oh yeah,
It does
really.
not exist in the US, I don't think. So that was the
No.
new thing.
That's
right?
That's
new.
why I wanted to go.
And all the songs were in Japanese. So it's like, be our guest was in Japanese. I was like, this is
It's like,
crazy.
whoa, whoa, whoa. It's like, it was
It was
so,
just so
it was so
Japanese. It's hilarious.
and they're
But that was
Pirates of
my
the
favorite.
Caribbean.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yes.
Oh,
Pirates of
wait,
the
we get
Caribbean.
to the Star Wars ride was there, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
so it was Star Wars ride too.
Yes.
I keep forgetting
I am
Star Wars is Disney core now.
I know.
Yep.
That's crazy. Oh, I've never even been to Disney World, let alone so like experiencing
Mm-hmm.
Tokyo Disneyland. especially if you've been to like Disney World already, like in the States or Disneyland in the States. I can't. It must be like.
Because they have a lot of the same rides, but they also have a lot of their own rides. So it's like, 'cause they have Marco Twain.
The Mark Twain ride, where the only thing we could understand was the person saying Mark Twain. Marco Twain. I did not understand any other, like they're just explaining. No idea.
No.
But yeah, but like that ride is also in Disney World. So there's a lot of the same rides, but a lot of different rides too.
Oh, I didn't
I'm
know.
sorry.
Yeah.
Marco Twain.
That was what got me.
Oh, one thing I like to mention is that they really like Big Hero 6 because you know how Big Hero 6 is
in
like
Japan
related,
and
anime like adjacent. So there was a Baymax ride, but we couldn't go on it because it was closed, and we were sad because we wanted to do the Baymax ride. We really
love
wanted to
Hero
do
6.
same.
Oh, there was, there's a whole cult thing that happens at the Baymax ride. Just look it up. But
What?
I wanted to go to that ride. It was closed that day. I don't know why, but it is what it is.
Oh my god.
All right, let's move on.
And one last thing,
Oh,
the
yeah.
parade was my favorite though.
Oh, the
because
parade was really nice. It was fun.
I love the parade.
We were like front row. We were just like incredible. I shook his hand.
Yeah, the Zootopia was
It
giving
was
B
fun.
stars, which
Yes,
is really
it was
funny
giving
to me.
B-stars. It was giving B-stars.
That's whoa. I just looked at the Baymax cult thing.
Yeah. You know what I mean now. And even
That's
someone
crazy.
even sent me that. Like, oh, if you're Disney, try to see this. I was like, I can't.
I wouldn't know what to do.
Mhm.
Would I join? Probably. Okay.
All right.
Move
So
on.
that's our first day in Japan. Then the next day we had a free day because our tour didn't start yet. So we just had a free day in Tokyo.
Mhm.
And we tried on kimonos
Mhm.
and like rented out kimonos and spent some hours in them. And it was really nice.
I feel like it might be a good opportunity to explain what we're wearing too.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm wearing
This is
kimono.
not
For
it's
the
not a
video.
kimono. One kimono we bought from somewhere else, but we all wearing kimonos
Yes.
that we got from
And
And
Japan.
I don't know if we said we didn't know if it's like a real, like, so when we rented kimonos, there's so many pieces and
Yes.
parts,
It's
and
like
this is
the
a little more
formal
like a,
one, but this
And
one is
the-
like a
yeah,
and the handmade to put it on us.
people
yes.
they like dressed us
They
up and
dressed it up
everything.
for us. Yes. Mhm.
It was an interesting experience. They even styled our hair too.
It was so fun.
And the
Everything.
obi and
Yeah.
every layer. There was like an
Yes,
undergirdle.
obi and
Mhm.
accessories, and we got an umbrella. It was really cool. It was funny because we did this in Shibuya, which like is unusual.
Shibuya.
So yes, we took some iconic photos in Shibuya crossing wearing kimonos while like people are like crossing the
Crossing the
street.
street.
Also,
people were like-
Shibuya, a real incident, huh?
Oh yeah. The location of the incident.
Yeah.
There.
So funny.
But yeah, and we like and then we had halal barbecue or halal wagyu beef.
Mhm.
And we're like, oh, we have to like get this stuff. I mean, the three of us only eat halal, so like you have to find time to get halal wagyu and all of that. And it was really good. It was so good.
I think it was my favorite meal of our entire
It was
trip.
my
I will
favorite meal.
dream about that. I will dream about that meal.
It was
That sounds so
of
freaking
all
good.
of the 13 or 14 days, that was the favorite. That was the best meal.
Yeah, it was so good. We enjoyed ourselves. Side note, we like even before Japan, we were already preparing where to find halal stuff in Japan because it is a hassle to find halal food in Japan.
Yeah.
So we follow an Instagram account, the Tivo Halal. Have you ever heard of
No,
him?
it's
Yeah,
halal,
so
Nativo halal, yeah.
yes, so he shares all the halal places in like Japan, which is nice. So that was part of our planning. Was just watching his videos so we can find places to eat. So like
But I wouldn't even say it was a hassle. It was actually wasn't too bad.
it was a
because
hassle if you
Well,
weren't prepared, I
if you
guess.
were prepared. Yeah, I think.
Huh.
yeah, sometimes I do remember sometimes just looking up on Google Maps, and that also helped us find like Indian restaurants sometimes as
Yeah.
well.
There's some Indian places. They went to an Indian curry place that was nice. That was halal stuff. Also, what's the more of a hassle was when you want to buy food from like 7-Eleven or anything,
Yeah.
because you have to look in their ingredients and all the ingredients in Japanese, so you don't know about does this have pork or does
And
this
they
have
like to
gelatin?
put pork in a lot of things. That's the
They have gelatin. They put gelatin in so many things
yeah,
and pork in so many
and
things.
pork in so many things. So
Like we saw this vegetable soup, but it had pork like base in
I
it.
was like,
This is
what is this?
so like this is like slightly off topic, but like, and I'm realizing this is like a universal thing, right? When you buy chicken sausage, you also have to like you have to look because the casing they use for the chicken sausage is also pork.
Like just stupid things like that. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
But
Oh, that
I
makes
did,
sense because of
yeah. And I
yeah,
didn't realize there were some desserts that I didn't even think would have gelatin because they weren't like jelly-ish, but they would
yeah.
still have gelatin in it. Like the
Yeah, like the
mushroom
frosting.
cake had like gelatin. Maybe the frosting was maybe it was in the frosting or something. I was mad. I was sad.
I do remember looking up something before and like just because y'all were going and I was like, I just want to know, right?
Yeah.
So there was like this article and it was talking about how like there's an influx of halal restaurants popping up all across Japan because they have so many more Muslim tourists because anime is more popular and more accessible now. And I'm like, I wonder
And
what that's gonna look
their
like.
Muslims are near that country too. Like this is
Yes.
Asia, so they're surrounded by Muslim countries too over there.
But the fact that they said they were growing and I was like,
Yeah.
were there never any there to start with? Because I can't fathom. I'm sorry, and this is just me. I don't know. I wouldn't be able to be like going to Japan and being like, you know what? I have a taste for Indian food.
Yeah.
No, I want
you're like,
Japanese curry.
Yeah, that's the point. Like I wanted, I mean, we did
well,
obviously, but like I
well, the
wanted
thing
the
is,
Japanese food too. Yeah.
curry is, but the thing is, there is a Japanese version of curry, but it came from India anyways.
Yes.
So like, I feel like that the fact that there are Indian restaurants, it's even the Indian food you'll eat in Japan is going to be a little
It's
different
Japanese.
than like in other places.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they have like that history. I mean, think about the Black Butler anime,
I know.
right? Or Food Wars, Food Wars.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Bring it back.
They always have a curry dish or something. But anyways,
But
that was
yeah, the food in general. I guess a slight another comment about the food we had. I mean, everywhere we went, we had breakfast buffet, and some of it was Japanese breakfast, some of it was like Western breakfast. So that was interesting. You know, a good mix of things.
Mhm.
I actually enjoy Japanese breakfast. I like what they have in the morning, so I got accustomed to that,
It's so much food.
and it's so much fun.
Literally,
Yes.
every meal was like a banquet. I literally came back
Yeah.
from Japan and I was like, how do I cook like the Japanese? I'm like, oh, let me have miso and rice and meat and fish and like just so many.
Mhm.
There was a lot of little things together, and yeah, it was a lot of food.
So yes. So after our halal barbecue, we took more pictures with our kimonos, like you were saying.
Yeah.
That after we had to return our kimonos
Mm.
back. And then we went to Team Lab Planets, and that's what Jumai was showing.
If you can
Yeah.
It got blurred
Oh.
in.
Oh my God, you can't.
Kind of saw it before,
Okay.
but
Well,
then
I will
I
unblur. But I do want to talk about Team Labs because that was my contribution to the trip.
Yes, that's what
Yeah,
you
this is
found.
a thing from Team Labs. So some Team Labs is actually very famous in certain people. Basically, it's this kind of like artisan immersive experience group, and they have them in a lot of different places in like different countries, including Japan. I think there's actually more than one in Japan, but we specifically Lab Planets in Tokyo.
Yeah, I
You
think
can
there's
kind of
two in
see. Yeah, and my friend had recently gone to Japan like a few months ago, and when she came back, she went to this with her boyfriend, and she showed me a bunch of pictures, and I was like, oh my God, this looks so cool.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of like, you know, we go to a theme park and it's like the theme park is very immersive, but something like Team Lab Planets, I feel like is a cross between an art gallery and like
Yes.
a theme park attraction, and it's a little bit more adult, I guess.
Yeah.
So this was really cool. We took off our shoes and like you start off by like walking in water.
Mhm.
It's like, what? And it's like, experience this with your whole body.
So all
there's-
ages. There were some kids there too.
It is
that's
all
why.
ages.
It's all
Yeah.
ages.
There were some kids going.
I
It
just-
was two water things. So
Yes.
one of the water things, there was this person trying to hold on to their kid and beg not let them drown or something.
Yeah, because the water was up to your knees. I was like, some of those kids are too short. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think you can see
I'm
it
thinking like
here.
it's like right over the
Yeah, so it was
Yeah, but then this is like that one, and then this one is like up to your knees, and they're projecting fish on it. This was like an infinity mirror room, which is happens. Some people might be familiar, but it was so cool. Where it looks like just infinite crystals. There was this room with a ball where you could just like.
that was cool. Oh,
That
yeah.
was cool.
I have good pictures of that.
Yeah, and there. I also shout out to this one where you could just like lay on the
Brown was
floor.
like
But
flowers.
They were
Yeah,
like,
I know,
"Tell
but there
you
is
to
this-
move. You have to move." So we couldn't.
this one, soft black hole. That was a fun
Yeah,
time.
you would like sink into the
Black hole.
ground in that one, right?
Yeah. And then, by the way, we didn't see this at night. We saw this in the day, but there's these like alien like garden thing. And then there's also this thing, the most sci-fi thing, which really started off the trip. I was like, is Japan in the future? It was just like flowers, these like upside down flowers that would like move when you got closer to them. It was so crazy.
That was very nice.
So yeah, that was Team Lab. So I had a lot of fun there. Yeah, that's the picture. That it's just like a flower space.
Yes.
Yeah,
That was fun. The only thing
10
was
10
that
recommend.
I was like dead tired at the end of it. So there were some weird
It was so
pictures of
nice.
me
I
looking
think
like I'm
Team
so
Labs is
tired.
also- Team Labs is like a worldwide thing, and I think there's only like
Yeah.
18 or something in the world. Is there one in America?
I don't
I
even
think so.
Yeah.
Is there?
But yeah, it's kind of like a chain thing, but that was really cool though. I mean,
Yes, and there were so many tourists.
Yeah, it was in
like
LA.
so many different languages were being
it
spoken.
was a tourist spot as well. Yes.
A tourist spot. Yes.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. Anyways,
And then we ended the day with halal ramen. So we had halal ramen day.
I guess that was the day to eat
The halal food
the meat.
before the tour
That was the
started.
meat day.
All I can think of is like y'all are still renting these kimonos, right? Y'all are still in the rented kimonos.
Oh, we returned them before we went to Team Lab.
Team Labs. So we
Okay,
had
I
it
was
for
gonna say,
like
y'all are just eating in these.
yeah,
rented
we had
kimonos.
it and we took pictures and ate. And we also found like a shrine nearby, which was very lucky that someone like, oh, there's a shrine nearby. You're gonna go take pictures there. So it was like a little bit better location wise, kimono-esque place to get pictures at. Yeah.
So like,
Mhm.
this is across like your entire like trip, obviously. Like, but when you guys were there, was it really congested? Like, was it like hard to find spots to take pictures, or was it relatively easy?
Yes and no. I think it
Okay.
depends where you are.
Okay.
Because all the like temples they went to, especially in Kyoto, everyone just was there. So many people at those places.
Wrapping
Yeah.
in the blessings. of-
Yeah, like the
Yeah.
touristy spots had a lot of people, definitely. But then there were some places that were again not in Kyoto and not in Tokyo that were not as busy. Yeah.
Yeah, and also, didn't you choose like this time of year? It's like specifically less
This time of
busy.
year is good because people are still in, like the Japanese people are still in school and it's not summer break yet. And it's not, and I heard the summers are actually really bad in Japan. It's like really hot. So right before that time as well. So when we were there, it wasn't that hot. It was rainy for a few days, but it was not too hot. It was great. Mhm. Yeah. But I didn't need a jacket.
There were
or
hot
anything.
days. It was just
I didn't need a jacket, but I didn't need to like, I wasn't like drenched in sweat.
yeah, I see that.
Yeah.
Needed rain jackets though.
Yeah.
Needed
Oh yeah, and umbrellas for
Yeah.
the sun.
umbrellas.
Oh yeah, it's sunny, very sunny. Especially when
Very,
you
the
the
UV is great.
castle. Yeah, like
Yeah.
in air, no shade. I guess you can move on to the next day. We've only talked about 2 days, guys, so far.
Yeah, should we go faster?
By
Like,
the way,
Hey,
by the
all
way.
all good.
So literally at this time, I was like, I'm like good, I've done a lot. I kind of am like I've actually done a lot in 2 days. But I mean, obviously looking forward to the rest of the trip. Yeah.
So we actually started the tour on our next day, like the anime favorite tour. So we met our tour guide, we met our other tour guests.
Mhm.
And our first day was like the anime day, I guess, because we went to Nanako Broadway, which is like a shopping area where there was a lot of like anime stuff you can buy and arcades. And then we also just went to Uniqlo because there was Uniqlo there.
Also, guys, the sizes, the clothes, the Japanese people are small, right? So me, who I'm a medium in the US, over there I was like an XL. I was lucky I even got a size because
Like we were like the biggest size there.
we're the biggest.
Like everything, like, oh, we have to order online to get a bigger size. Like this is ridiculous.
So
yeah, and just
yeah.
spoiler alert, we went to Uniqlo not once but
But
twice in our
right.
trip.
You just paying both times. Let me just
Hey, it's cheaper
give me
there.
the extra large, man.
It's cheaper there, so we went
That's the
there.
thing, it was cheaper there. Like, also, the exchange rate is really good right now.
Mhm.
It's very good. So I guess it was worth the buying, like all like the errands and stuff. Lucky me, but I was the biggest size there. Too bad.
And speaking of Nakano Broadway, this also began the gotcha.
The gotcha
the
adventure.
gotcha obsession.
Yes.
Mhm.
So this was like, I think we all like, as even as a tour group, I think we all kind of went ham on the first few days with gotchas. So I am looking at least 5 gotcha things I have. Though some of these are from Toby and Toyne's friend, who was on the trip with us. So
You got the most.
yes, this is a charm that she gave me, Kylie, which is Pokemon that I put on my phone. And I had like the worst luck and I was like getting terrible things. But I got this guy. I don't even know what this guy is, but he's so derpy.
Wait, is that the egg? No, that's not the egg.
That's not
the egg. That's not
no, it's this because I wanted to get there was this weird pink guy, but then I got the green whatever. I went to a Kirby gotcha and I got this dude with a pizza. I was like, how did I not get Kirby? And
because they gotcha with the gotcha.
Yeah.
They got me with the gotcha. There were these things which I didn't realize. Like these are huge images.
Yeah.
Oh,
they're kind of like prints. They came out of the gotcha machine.
So is it gloss?
Yeah, it's a little.
Yeah, it's like it looks like I don't know. It's just
I don't know how to describe it. It's kind of
got a weird character though. Whatever. And I got
her brother.
But I got Itadori who can like sit on like your iPhone charger cord.
Wait, that's so cool.
This is cute.
I should show you what I
was,
got as well.
This is what our mom was like, why are y'all gambling? But then we were like, do you want to try? And she was like, I do. And she wanted to try this Pokemon gotcha because she wanted to get Pikachu. Of course, she did not get Pikachu, but she got this guy, this little scrubby guy, because it was like Pokemon taking baths. I don't know what the name of this Pokemon is.
I don't know what,
but it's cute.
So
yeah.
Are you have more gotchas?
That's it. Okay. No, that's not the gotchas.
Gotchas, if you don't know what they are, they pretty much you put like 3 coins into a machine and you twist the machine and you get a toy. But it's like lucky. You have to like they have options, but you don't get to choose the option you get. Yeah. So that's why I was like kind of like gambling because you might not get what you want.
And you're gonna be there all day if you really determined.
You just keep
you still not gonna get the character you want.
So that's pretty much, and then you get like little small toys. So my friend got me this from it's a Pokemon. It's Fuecoco.
Oh, Starter. My
Okay,
starter
starter.
in Pokemon Violet.
It's also my starter. I think we all chose the same starter. I don't know what's up with us, but we chose the same
Oh,
starter.
that's the same starter.
Jumai is the
We all
blue.
got the same starter. And then I also got this from another Pokemon with taking a bath.
So cute.
Yes. And then I found a Gintama gacha machine.
Oh my god.
I know, right? I was like, Gintama is not a thing in the US.
And I got a Gintama print.
So-
Gintama print.
Ooh.
Yeah, because gachas can give you prints too, like which.
I didn't know the prints were also gachas. That's
Yeah.
I would be getting all the prints.
Mm-hmm.
So I can show you some of what
Yeah.
I got. I had good luck because I got
You
Dot.
did.
I had good luck because
Oh,
this is my
Dot.
character that I cosplayed from Mashal.
From Mashal. Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
And it's
Oh, I
sleeping.
remember you got this.
I
That's so
know.
cute.
And then I got Jigglypuff, and it's also sleeping.
Oh.
Gachas. So that's just
You're
the
so
mood.
cute.
That's the mood.
Oh my
I
god.
guess.
That's so cute.
I got more, but I'm not gonna get them out. But yeah,
Mhm.
that's a big obsession.
So after that, we got lunch. Our first like tour food lunch, which was seafood, because now we were just eating seafood the whole time, basically. For the rest of the trip because of our halal like preference. So we had seafood for lunch. Then we went to the Ghibli Museum.
Mhm.
Oh,
That was great.
Ghibli Museum.
That
You
was-
couldn't take pictures though, so couldn't be sure what was inside.
Mhm.
But I went to the Ghibli Museum.
Didn't
And
you guys buy stuff or no?
I did buy some stuff. I got a puzzle, Ghibli Museum puzzle
Nice.
that I plan to do now because I like puzzles now. So I'm
Yeah,
gonna
that's your thing now.
do
That's
puzzle.
your thing now. Mhm.
I also got gifts for my friends. So that's what I got from the Ghibli. So we also saw
And
like a film,
Yeah. Mhm.
short film, like
People that
only
film
shows
it.
up. It only shows in the Ghibli Museum. You can't watch it anywhere else. So we got a special exclusive film.
That's
What
actually-
movie?
yes.
It's
Yeah.
actually really
So
cool.
it's a rotation. There's a few short films because I think they change it every few weeks. But these are like Ghibli animated films that you can only see inside the museum. And of course, there's no subtitles.
So
you're
you're
just
so
sitting there
I was like
watching.
You're just like, I don't know what they're saying, but I like what I'm seeing. It was funny.
I kind of got
So-
the though, but still.
Yeah, it was kind of. But this is my souvenir. It's like
Mhm.
so it's a film strip.
Mhm.
Just cute. So you can kind of like look at, and they had little projector machines, so you could put the film strip and like project what's on it. And I think this is from Ponyo.
I was gonna say it looks like it's from Ponyo. From what
Yeah, it's from Ponyo.
I
So we
don't know.
all got like different ones.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I don't
I don't know where mine's from at all.
I think
haven't-
mine was this is not the milk game.
Mhm.
But
It was just
also-
this like one like this most generic male character from all the Ghibli movies. Like, who was this? They all look the same.
No, they don't.
I know, but still.
Like, you could pick any movie.
So you know how they all the same like art style. So like, who is this? Like, we're lost.
Don't be disrespectful to the Vegas.
No, but also that museum was also really cool. Also, it was very crowded that day because I also heard it's really hard to get into the museum. But since we did it through a tour group, it was good because they got tickets in advance for us, which was great. But there was also really cool like rooms. So there was one room where we could see like the art for. At this time, it was showing the Boy and the Hero and stuff because it was the most recent movie.
Mhm.
A lot of that, like storyboardings and stuff like that, and they were like hand drawn. And then
Mhm.
we saw a really cool like study. Like you could like walk into like a room that kind of looks like a study, and it was just a bunch of pictures all over the place. Like it was really
Mhm.
cool. Like a lot of drawings, characters from all over, every like film ever. And that was really cool to walk through that. You can see how like a movie was made and
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a cat.
As somebody who
oh, there was also a
There we
cat
go.
bus.
We're kids though, so I couldn't go inside the cat.
Oh,
but yeah, as somebody who's like, working a little bit in animation and really interested in anime, it was cool to see like the sort of the process of it. And I will say I did see the Studio Ghibli exhibit in Los Angeles at the
Mhm.
Academy Museum. So at first I was like, is it going to be the same? It wasn't because the Studio
It was.
Ghibli Museum, the house, like the architecture,
Is
it's like
the
you're walking into a house in a Ghibli like
Mm-hmm.
movie.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
So
It
that
was
was
great.
really cool.
if I'll hold that for the end.
Oh,
Yeah.
are you
All
okay?
right. All right.
It was
Mm.
good.
The only thing is I didn't have enough time. You didn't spend enough time there. That's the
That was my
only
downside
downside.
because
Like
I
you
would have.
wanted to spend more time there.
I need another hour in there because
Mhm.
everything felt rushed, but it was still good. Nice to see.
And afterwards, then we went to Akihabara, which is like the anime district in Tokyo.
Anime.
Anime.
So I also have things. I know this is basically becoming my haul video, but I
Yes.
promise this is like some of the last stuff that I have. But Akihabara, again, not enough time, like
Not enough
30
time.
minutes in the pouring rain.
Oh,
But
yeah.
we ran into Animate, which is a very popular
Mhm.
anime merch place. So I got Blue Lock. This
Nice.
is like a shadow theater thing. I haven't
Oh
built
yeah,
it
like the
yet.
2D
It's like
theater,
a
3D
it's
theater.
like a 3D, yeah, it's a
Mhm.
3D box when I build it. So it's like
Mhm.
cool because it's not just like a print. I do not have room on my wall for posters.
Mhm.
And then I also got Kaiju number 8 stickers.
And you got a
And
kind of number 8
oh,
t-shirt from Uniqlo.
Mhm.
I did
Mhm.
do that. And then I have Pokemon stuff, but we can talk about that later. But yeah, and I got gifts for my friends.
Mhm.
Yeah. From there, I think I got this like Fearin stand because now I'm obsessed with
Oh
the Fearin
yes.
anime.
That's on my to watch
Very
list.
It's so
cute.
good. You
Yeah.
need to watch Fearin if you haven't done so
I've
already.
been seeing
nice
all like the
kid.
memes and stuff for it, and I'm like, I feel like I'm gonna be heartbroken at the end of this, but you know what? It's worth it. I'm gonna
It's
watch
so
it.
good though.
It's just
It
a
really
vibe and
changed
an
my life a
energy.
little bit.
Yeah. Oh wow. I feel like I need to finish it before Anime Expo.
But just binge it in 3
You do
days.
that in 5 days.
There's a
I'm
panel. There is a
It's
panel.
like
funny, but I
8.
am going to.
Mhm.
I think I'm like 8 or 9 episodes in.
There's 28 episodes in total.
Oh,
It's a long.
she said we're wasting
Okay.
time.
Like thinking now.
Oh my god.
Binge it. You have
Okay.
time. You have 20 episodes, 3 days. Just watch 6 or 7 a day. You got it.
She's girl mathing your
Okay.
Girl math. But besides that, Torian got this like cool art
I
book.
got a Demon Slayer art book, which is very cool. And the cover
Very
is my boy Rengoku, Set Your Heart Ablaze. So that's why I got it.
Very cool.
And then
Pour one out for
Yeah.
Rengoku.
and then also their last thing on our anime day, we went to the Pokemon Center.
The Pokemon Center. Okay, I have more haul. So
I can show you what I
Pokeball.
Wait, is that a real Pokeball?
It's not that real because you don't press the button, but the Pokeball was to hide. It's kind of like a gotcha, like a mystery. So, and it's a stamp. I don't know if you can see. I don't remember. This is a electric fighting Pokemon type in the new game, like Pawnee, I think, or something. And it's a stamp, which then of course I had to buy stamp pads later because
I found it later.
Why are we gonna
Yeah.
stamp things with it though?
I'm just gonna like stamp my journal.
Don't worry about
Yeah.
that.
Don't worry about
So
it.
I got a stamp pad. I think because stamps I think are a little more common in Japan because they stamp for like their signatures and stuff.
They do.
And I got Leaping Psyduck.
Oh,
Oh, and I love it. I love Psyduck more now because of Pokemon Concert.
Yes.
He's
This
cute
is
as show,
why I
like,
wanted him. Look at him. He's so cute. I just want to also just say how our mom was giving us so much shade for like spending money at this place. And then when we got back to the hotel, she like wanted to take this from me. No comment.
Our mom is also turning into a weeb. It's okay.
Yes.
My mom was with us,
She
and she was
was.
just like, "Okay, I'm just following us around."
Yeah.
she realized
But
that
at
it
least
was
she
too
knew
cute.
what Pokemon was. She knew Studio Ghibli because she watched the movie with us. So she had like some
And
knowledge.
we did not go to the Pokemon Cafe, but we did go to Pikachu Sweets, So I
Mhm.
have this little where I actually got the
Oriental
sticker
things.
when we went
Mhm.
Pikachu Sweets. So we got like these sweet like latte drinks and like they have cookies and stuff. But because the Pokemon Cafe is like impossible to
It's
get into.
booked like months in advance. You can't just-
Dang.
Like by the
That's a
time
lot
you
of
like, oh, you
thinking.
confirmed that trip to Japan, and then you wanted to see Pokemon Center, it was already booked. So Pokemon
Yeah,
Cafe.
the cafe.
I can't. I would honestly hate to live in like, because it's still in Tokyo, right?
There's several ones. There's one in Osaka and one in Tokyo.
Because I would hate to live in Japan and be like, all these freaking weebs, man, we can't have nothing here. I just
No,
want to
but
have a
if you
day at
live
the
in Japan,
cafe.
No, but if you live in Japan,
no, but you can, if you live in Japan, you can walk in and like make a reservation. So it's like
you're
easier if you're there. But all us internationals have to like go on the website.
and we have
I
to be
know.
hustling because I mean they live there, so they can go any day. We are
Yeah.
Mm.
but I see what you
Lastly,
mean.
one point is that throughout the trip, I started playing Pokemon Go again after years.
After like 5 years,
After
I
years,
open up the app
I
again.
opened up the app again and played it throughout our Japan trip because people actually like people are active and playing there and everything.
I bet the Pokemon grabs there are. Ooh.
Yes, and we got some like Japan only Pokemon stuff. So
I got
Toy
this from the Poke Center. Nice,
Toying
easy.
is easy.
Oh,
Eevee, those
Eevee.
eyes. Be
Yeah,
cute.
it's very.
I got earrings. Yeah,
Oh,
for
yes,
Pokemon
we got
earrings.
earrings, Pokemon earrings.
And I'm gonna wear them because when I go to the children's hospital now, because to appeal to the kiddies, but also myself, but also myself.
Aww.
Cute.
I'm gonna be wearing them now to like work.
That's wholesome. I love that.
Yes. So that was our anime day, and we wish I had more. My drawbacks is that I wish we had more time in the Ghibli Museum and Akihabara because we didn't even spend much time there. In my opinion,
Yeah, 30 minutes at Akihabara don't sound like
no,
nothing. That's just
nothing.
that's just
It
a
was an
walk.
interesting day. I think we were just running out of time. I don't know. Whatever. Doesn't
Yeah,
make
and they
sense.
like yeah.
The
Oh well.
downside of being with the tour group is that you have to stick to their schedule or whatever.
Mhm. You can't just go on your own as much.
Mhm.
But at night you could do stuff, but before 7 we were in the tours.
Oh, that's like, 'cause at night, doesn't it like, depending, and I don't know this, but like, is it hard to like get like back to where you need to go, like transportation wise? Do things shut down after a certain time?
They shut down, but at like 12 a.m. So
Oh,
it's not like we're out like that. No.
Oh, the subway was nice though. Subway is nice.
That's another thing. Things
Well, we didn't experience peak
Subway
Japan
time.
rush hour
Did not experience
squishing people
we did
subway
not
time.
experience
No.
rush hour in Tokyo, but
I didn't
outside
want
rush
to.
hour is nice.
Not like I didn't want to.
I didn't want it anyway.
Not something.
All the people on that train.
Yeah.
But luckily all the signs had an English like a translation.
Yes.
They also announced
Yes.
the stations in English and stuff, so it wasn't too bad.
And that's the thing in
It's
Japan.
very easy.
Mhm.
That's like of all the whole transit system in Japan is in English. Like that's a thing. So
Mhm.
mhm.
Right.
Catering to us. You better go to their country and learn their dang
It's
language.
but that's the thing. It's like that, but at the same time, not a lot of Japanese people know English. It's interesting. You think about
Mhm.
it.
That's why I was like,
It's
why are we
weird.
listening to this in English?
I wonder what it's like for them to see random English words all over the place.
But they learn English in school.
But they start
do.
learning in high school, not when they were young. So it's not
But-
like they were like be as good.
There's a difference between
Yeah.
the older generation and the younger generation. I think the younger generation know a little bit more than the older generation. But
Mhm.
Man.
still, it's
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And you don't start learning English until high school. So if you didn't go to high school, then you really wouldn't know English as much.
Mhm. All right. So
That was our last day. Oh, there's another day in
it's
Tokyo.
another day in Tokyo. So we were in Tokyo for 3 days. As a whole, we were in Tokyo for 5 days, right?
So we arrived in Tokyo, then yeah, so 5 days in total. Like 4.5 or whatever.
Mhm.
So lastly, so we woke up in the middle of the morning and there was like an earthquake alert, and we were like, what's going on?
Like on your phone or like
It was like
No.
on the alarm?
On
it's
the phone, but
alarm.
then-
I think it was the alarm box
On our
that was
phone.
happening.
It was on our phone. This is
Okay.
the key because Apple was messing with our life.
But it was like nothing. It was like
It was not even anything.
the earthquake
Out.
wasn't for us. It
You're
wasn't
like,
for
Yeah,
us.
so
What is going on?
so basically there was an earthquake, but it was very far away from Tokyo, like a different prefecture.
Yeah, prefecture.
So
Yeah.
we had no reason to be freaking out, but our phone was like
It was too extra.
pew, pew, earthquake. Yeah.
It was too extra.
Even the hotel phone also rang. I was like,
Oh my god.
No, it
I would've had a
didn't. The
panic
hotel
attack.
phone did not
No,
ring.
no.
No, that's what I'm telling you. It was Apple trying to mess up with our trip.
I think nothing happened. But then we
I
took
would've had a
some
whole
news and I realized it was
panic
far away. So like, why would we freaked out? Like we were like, should we go downstairs? Should we like, what should we do? Because you had no idea what to do in an earthquake at all. You had no idea.
And
You
it
had no idea what to do.
I didn't even give us instructions either. Like,
It just
I
told you it
just
was an
want to
earthquake.
say, stop. I just want to say, I live in Los Angeles. We get a lot of earthquakes. So when I saw this alarm, I was like, okay, this is whatever. But all of them were freaking out. And they're like, we have to go downstairs and like
First of
leave
all, you
this
should not be going
building.
downstairs in an earthquake. Now I know what to do in an earthquake. You should not be going downstairs at all.
Now I need to know the earthquake etiquette. I will look this up on my
You
own.
should just,
I do not
stay where you
know.
are and listen to the instructions.
but there were no instructions.
That's what I'm saying. Y'all are saying it was just a notification on your phone, like, hey, there is an earthquake. You need to be alerted. And there's nothing you telling me what to do.
Yeah, but that's
I didn't tell you anything. I was just like, earthquake. Anyways, we were fine. Nothing happened. We were just like,
Yeah, and we learned because I think some of the other hotels had much clearer earthquake instructions, but basically
Mhm.
you're in Japan in a hotel and there's an earthquake, they will let you know what to do. Like the hotel staff will like I think either call you or they will tell you what to do. So don't panic like we did. Just stay in your room.
just stay where you
And
were.
they'll let you know what to do.
But the phone was just too extra though. The alarm was too extra. And it woke us up too. We were woken up by you were sleeping, okay?
My slumber just woke me up to panic. Oh.
Anyway, so that was
Anyway.
Anyway, we had to wake up because all our days were kind of early starts.
Yeah, we had to be ready by like 8 for most of the days.
Mhm.
But yeah, nothing happened. We were fine. In Tokyo, the next day we went to like a fish market. It's called Tsukiji Outer Market. Tsukiji Market, yeah.
If you've ever watched Jiro Dreams of Sushi on Netflix, they mentioned Tsukiji. It's very famous, like port and like famous for tuna. So I was really excited to go there. I ate. Oh, did I tell you? So there was do you guys know how like R's and L's are like hard to pronounce with Japanese people? So this lady was trying to tell me that she was selling whale meat. I thought she was trying to say it was rare tuna. I was so confused. And then I realized it took me until we were back on the bus because it like was a drawing of like a whale. And I was like, oh, she was trying to say that they had whale like sushi. I did not eat
whale
it.
meat?
But anyways, I thought that was...
That's the thing?
Yes, it was a whale. I don't know how I feel about that.
I don't know how I feel about whale meat.
I don't know why I muted. My mouth has just been open. I'm just in shock.
Yeah. But I didn't eat it because I did not understand. She was like, I thought she was saying rare. Like, anyway.
Oh, Lord. Oh.
So there's that.
Oh.
I still haven't eaten the stuff you got from there.
It was nice. Good fish.
Imagine if you would have got the whale meat, though.
Right?
I'm sorry, I'm just a little traumatized. Okay, we move.
Okay, we can move on.
Moving
But anyways,
on.
that was...
Woo!
You only did a drive-by by the Imperial Palace, but we like saw it from the afar, from the bus. That's where like, we learned more about the royal family and everything of Japan and stuff. We like got some history. Then we went to the Asakusa Sensoji Temple, which is like the famous temple in Tokyo that a lot of tourists go to.
Yes.
So we went to this huge temple, took pictures, saw like this ceremony happening inside.
Oh, that was cool. Yeah. They were like, I didn't realize they were actually like, doing their religious stuff. It's like a working temple.
It's a
And
working
like
temple.
meanwhile, we're just like taking pictures.
Ah, people
There's
just
a lot
going.
of tourists there.
People going.
There's a lot of tourists there, and we
There's a lot of tourists there, and everyone, a lot of people are in kimono because a lot of people like to wear kimono at the temples and take
Yeah.
pictures. So a lot of people are in kimono too.
there's a lot of like photographers.
Yeah, that's the normal place, not Shibuya.
Not
What we did.
Shibuya.
Asakusa is the normal place.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I was screaming. Now y'all taking pictures like, wow, look at this, beautiful. And they're just, we're trying to pray.
But think about
Going
it.
to a
If
masjid.
tourists,
We're just
think about
taking
it.
pictures.
if tourists go to a Muslim country, they will be seeing mosques and be doing the same thing.
That's what I'm saying. Wow, look at this.
Well,
In their habitat, just
yeah.
beautiful.
Anyways, we did see halal snacks there. So it was we did find halal
They're
snacks.
really good. They're really.
Ooh.
Really good.
Oh, is that where you? Yeah, and I think there was more souvenirs, but I don't think I bought
Halal
anything. It was too. We did not have enough time.
We got
I
some
got
socks.
some things there. I got
Yeah.
a bookmark there and
Mhm.
some toe socks. Yeah.
Mhm.
I got toe socks.
And then that was fun. Then we went to a sushi making experience.
We made
So
sushi and we ate it.
We made sushi.
Oh, I have my certificate.
Oh,
You
you
ate
got a
it.
certificate.
Yes, we got certificates. And they took
Certified
a whole
sushi
board
chef.
picture of us.
Oh. Oh.
Kind of funny.
Oh, that's legit.
Oh yeah. We had like a real sushi chef. He just came out with a huge fish and just like cut it up and we ate it. I was like, oh, okay, that's how that works.
Yes.
We also had,
Like, that's really
we also
fresh.
had sashimi, right? We also had
We
sashimi.
made sashimi.
And then we just like ate it right then and there. I was like, wow.
Sushi.
We made
great
sushi,
fish.
ate it,
Fresh.
and then we got a certification because now we know how to make sushi. So if I ever want to,
I would just flaunt that
sushi
anywhere I
shop,
go. Like,
I could show them my certificate and be like, I know how to make sushi.
Yeah. It says certificate of Watami sushi chef.
Yep, yep.
It was so
We also had some
also,
good food.
Japan is an organized place. Even the tourist like activities are organized to a T. Where it's like you will do the sushi thing, we'll take the picture of you like throughout, and we'll get the picture for you, and we'll make the certificate. So when we're done, oh, we got the certificate was made.
I
Like,
feel like it's
that was
also
easy.
like, don't come here wasting my time.
Exactly.
I feel like
That
you're
was
so
easy.
meticulous about things.
It's very, which is good. That's like a good thing.
It is. It's not even a bad thing. Like, don't come here wasting my time. I'm not going to waste your time. Don't waste my time. This is what we're doing today.
Yes.
Yes. Like we would go to restaurants and the food would be waiting for us. I've never experienced that. Yes.
Did you
Food's
have
already
to,
there.
Wait, did you have to order in advance?
Well, we gave them our
I
food
think maybe
preferences, and then the tours.
the tour
guide
guide.
people,
Mhm.
so they know tour groups they know how to deal with tour groups. So I guess they just always just prepare meals ahead of time. Just for that.
Mhm.
Bro.
Like I'm telling you, the trays will be out there. We will it's like, okay, oh, here's our little seafood tray. And then like after we got there, they would like bring the hot soup because so you know the
So
soup
more
would be
food
like still
came.
hot. Right, like
So more
Girl.
food came. I was like, oh, this is
take me back.
Take me
And it was good because they had the seafood, because you could eat seafood. So we had our seafood meals separately from the other meals.
Mhm.
So they already had our like restrictions in advance, which is
Mhm.
nice.
Mhm.
So, yeah.
And
And then lastly, we did the Tokyo Sky Tree. So we went to the sky tree that went really, really high. So we went to like one level. It wasn't the top level.
A tower.
It was the tower
It was some tower.
in Tokyo. And
I
then
think
there's
it's
cuts
like
on
the
the side.
tallest in the world. Is it like the 8th tallest thing?
I don't even know. I don't think it's not the tallest sky tree. But it's one that's
one of the
taller.
tallest.
I think we were like the second tallest. I don't remember. But we could see like all of Tokyo from the top. and
Even further.
and stuff.
That was cool. It was
Mhm.
really good views up there,
You could
basically.
even see Mount Fuji. If it wasn't cloudy, you would have seen it.
Yeah, we could see Mount Fuji. We could even see Disneyland too.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and like the airports and stuff.
Oh my God. I would not be up that high.
Very high. It was very high.
Very high. We
I
took some
can't.
cute pictures.
I can't do it.
But with one of the things is that we had to go in an elevator, and like The elevator would go so high, so your ears would start to pop, and it was like,
Oh,
Yes.
mm-mm.
but it was fun time.
Miss me.
Hmm. And then that was the end of our tour stuff for that day. And I realized, oh, we have some time to still do another thing. So Toyin and I, we split up from Jumai. So Toyin and I and our friend, we went to Shibuya again. So we went to the Mega Don Quixote
Yes, store.
supermarket.
The famous Mega Don Quixote
Quixote.
Mega store.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not the
We got
famous.
some more
Experience that.
souvenirs. And we got all these candy, like all these Pocky Kit Kats, all the stuff. Got some like weird flavors of Pocky.
Okay, so now I have another question. How many how many suitcases did y'all bring?
Good question.
Actually,
Mhm.
I actually did not go over my suitcase limit. So this is actually like I didn't
I brought 3 suitcases.
they got 3 suitcases.
3.
Lauren got 3, but I was able to go away with my suitcases and back, but they had to bring another suitcase.
I brought another one. Yeah. So, but I came with 2, and I put a suitcase in a suitcase, and then coming back, they were split apart. Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah. And then you
Yeah, my friend who was just in Japan had to buy a suitcase in Japan.
Yeah.
Funny
Like-
enough,
like an
Don
extra
Quixote
one.
just has suitcases there you can buy.
See, yeah.
Everything. Don
Flashbacks.
Quixote has everything. It's like a mega like Walmart, basically.
And while they were doing that, me and my mom had an adventure of getting a massage.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay.
Mhm.
And like, so I'm a fan of massages, especially when traveling. And I like to get, the sort of culturally specific massage. Like, for example, when I went to Hawaii, I got a Hawaiian Lomi Lomi massage. So I just think that it's really funny how the massage that we got was like, again, the most futuristic massage. I was like, Japan is living in the future, because first of all, they did not speak any English, so I was using Google Translate on my phone to communicate. Like we would translate to each other. I did this throughout the trip, and I was asking for a hot stone massage, and they kept saying hot machine, and I was like, maybe it's just Google Translate. I was like very confused. So I was like, okay, I think I'm just gonna go with it. And when we got there, it literally was like a little like machine arm thing that would like turn red and heat up. And that's what they were using to massage us. And I think they call it a hyper knife. And that was just really crazy to me that like I got massaged with a machine. So that was an interesting time.
Where did you leave the massage rested and massaged?
Yeah, it was like a hot oil massage with the hyper knife. It was pouring rain outside, thunderstorming.
Oh, I
So
would
like it was like a nice contrast to what was going on outside. I was like, I am glad I am in this massage and not out there.
I would have been asleep.
And I remember we had to get dinner on our own that day. So it was pouring rain and we were trying to get to a 7-Eleven, me and Toby.
Yes.
It was pouring rain. Also, convenience stores are great in the terms of like very cheap.
Oh my God. And vending machines. We didn't talk about the vending machines.
Yes.
Please, I was about to ask. Tell me about the vending machines. Tell me, please.
In Tokyo
Look,
specifically, they're everywhere. Basically.
Everywhere.
What's the weirdest
Everywhere.
vending machine you saw?
Well, actually, there's something that came up and people kept talking about on our tour bus. There are vending machines with alcohol.
Yes.
Mhm.
And they're like, how do you know if you're old enough to drink? And they're
They
like,
don't
well, I
check.
guess
You just don't know.
You just don't know.
At that
guess you could
point-
just like buy a beer
Buy a
from
beer,
the
then
vending
no one will know.
machine.
Mhm.
Yeah.
There's also cigarette ones that have like cigarettes. I don't even know how they do that, but
Don't worry about it.
just don't worry about
Exactly.
it.
They're just like, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. But
If you got the money to
And like
get it, you better just keep it moving.
Mhm.
and there was one where you can like get food and it will like heat it up for you when it comes out. So it's nice and heated.
When did you see this one?
I
What?
didn't I thought, but it was like
I
a
heard the
like
betrayal.
a pizza one where we'll warm up the pizza.
What?
Disbelief.
I did not see the piece of
Did I see this
vending
either?
machine.
I did not. I don't think I saw this. I think it was on Instagram.
No.
Oh, okay.
We didn't
The
actually
ones
see
we
it.
were
But
seeing were like
Normal.
coffee,
Yeah.
energy drinks,
Organic.
water,
there
just
are a lot of
like,
monsters
you
in
know,
Japan.
things you need to survive. And I came back to the United States of America and I was like, I can't even find a drink anywhere. Like I can't find a water fountain. Like, come on. Why don't we have
It's
vending
ghetto
machines?
over here.
One thing is though is
It
that
is so ghetto.
the vending machines are big, but water fountains as not as much. So I feel like you always have to buy water in Japan.
But aren't they really good at like recycling and stuff?
You are, and they
The
don't.
thing
have
is that there's like no
trash.
trash cans though, so you have to like wait until you're find a place.
I saw that. I saw somebody on
No
TikTok.
trash
talking about
cans
that.
on the streets because of the whole. There's a reason behind it is because there was like a whole terrorist attack.
Yeah,
That
I remember
was
seeing something about them
trash
doing
cans.
that.
Other than there's like there's no trash
But
cans.
it's also
like you
like
just have to carry your trash.
There's that, but I also think it's like a good thing because then there's not a lot of litter either.
Right.
But which is counterintuitive.
Yes, like you would think there would be litter, but then it's again it's like Japan is a strong, disciplined country. Like you learn at a young age how to take care of your trash and clean up after yourself. So it's just like ingrained in them. Awesome.
And then I went to New York City.
And
they just throw the trash on the street. Like they just take their trash bags from their homes because there's no dumpster nearby. And they just
And it's so funny. Like you'll see a trash can, and I'm like, "Oh yeah, a trash can," and there's trash all around it, like not in it. It's like
side eye.
Side eye.
Oh, and the toilets.
Oh,
this is another.
They're bidets.
Bidet toilets.
Toto
toilets. The toilets that will sing to you.
What?
They will
They'll have music.
Hide the sound of you using the bathroom.
Or
there's many layers. First of all, you can dry your bum, or they could have the music playing. There's also a lot of different settings with the waters.
They are heated seats too. Some of them will open for you automatically when you walk in.
The stall opens up. Welcome.
What do you mean, welcome?
You open the stall.
I'm going to the bathroom. It's singing for me, so no one else knows what I'm doing while I'm in the bathroom. I get the little bidet action, and it dries me off afterwards.
Well, the drying thing is not common. They like removed it because
but there's multiple stages.
Because the toilet paper business was like, we need to still sell toilet paper. So
how much do these toilets cost?
No, but it's every.
You can buy them.
You can buy.
You go to H Mart. You can buy a toilet. Like
95% of the toilets there were like bidet and fancy.
That was a sad thing to not have when I came back.
Yeah, no more.
When
to go to the bathroom here.
When I went to the airport, I landed and went to the American airport toilet.
When I stepped into LAX and I went to the bathroom and it was like toilet paper thrown everywhere. And I was like, what happened? Like, it was such a contrast.
I will say that I know people that travel outside the States all the time. And I think, I don't know if this was him or not, but for some reason it's telling me that it is. I think Sidi Ali has told me personally, you can tell when people have never left the country, because when you go to these other countries and you're like specifically, and this is Japan, you're like, the level of respectability, like you have to carry yourself. Because I imagine y'all go into like any public bathroom in Japan and you're like, there's not toilet paper anywhere, there's not like paper towels anywhere, the sinks aren't covered with water, it don't smell weird in there. I bet it was just perfect.
And they're clean. Like even the toilet seats are clean. They even have like a cleaner.
They give you like a wipe to spray, and then you spray and you wipe the toilet seat with it. So you clean.
Like imagine leaving Japan and coming in, the first airport you go to is JFK.
Yes.
Yeah, it's very, very stark contrast.
So
unfortunately.
now we've left Tokyo. Bye bye Tokyo.
Mhm.
Now,
Sorry.
yes. Now we went to Mount Fuji.
Yay! I have some things.
More things.
Mhm.
Toyin mentioned toe socks. This is what she means.
Yeah, like, you wore them
It's like
in
a big
your-
toe and the rest
Yeah,
of the
the little
toes?
toe.
Yeah. I tried these on for the first time today. It's honestly, it's kind of weird to me. But I mean, socks you can wear with flip-flops.
Flip-flops. And I
Mhm.
do wear flip-flops.
Ah!
That like helped.
Mhm.
Why are you wearing socks with flip flops?
That's the Japanese.
I don't know.
The
Wait, hold
But
on.
like,
Mhm.
It makes sense if you have Japanese. It makes sense. It makes sense.
Mhm.
I think for like even like your Demon Slayer cosplay.
Yeah,
and
I use
stuff.
it
Right.
My
Right.
Nezuko came with toe socks.
Yeah. But I think these are from Mount Fuji.
Mhm.
No, I bought those at Aku's Asakusa. I bought those.
Oh, well, there's a little tiny Mount Fuji in there.
Yeah, but it's just
So
like
that's Mount Fuji.
tourism. They're gonna show you like
Mhm.
Yeah.
One thing, it was really cold when we got there. I was not prepared for the cold. That was the only time we
the
needed
higher
a
elevation, right? So it ended
Yep.
up
Yes.
being, like
The only time we
40.
needed a jacket was at Mount Fuji, and I did not have a jacket.
And you
So
were
I was
underprepared
cold.
for
It was like 40 degrees, no jacket.
that.
But it
Oh,
was,
and I'm realizing.
we
But
took some pictures.
And we I did get earrings, and we had that really fun food that you guys got.
Yes, the Fuji bread.
The Fuji bread. It was a
Yeah,
in the
that
shape
was
of
nice.
Fuji.
Mm-hmm.
If you
It was
follow
like a volcano bread.
Yeah.
Like a volcano.
If you follow me, you will see all of this stuff in my stories. I have
Yeah, that's what I was getting all the information from. Was your
I have a
stories.
Japan highlight. Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then we also saw more nature that day. So we went to Hakone National Park, where we saw like another mountain that was like also like a active volcano or something.
Oh, the natural hot springs.
Yes, so we saw that. Apparently,
Smells very bad.
Oh.
I don't know why, but it smells like, what was it, like
Sulfur.
sulfur?
No,
Like, I
it
don't know
smells
what
like
it was.
sulfur.
Yeah, it
That's
was
why.
sulfur. But they had black eggs that were black, that were boiled.
Wait,
Yeah.
Weird. Like,
No,
it was
it's just
like-
the outside of the
the
egg.
outside of the egg was
The
black, not like the
eggshell.
inside. The eggshell was black.
Yeah.
So we had that.
Because they boil the egg in the natural hot springs, and if you eat it, it's supposed to give you 7 more years of life.
oh.
So we'll see if that even happens.
Yes.
Who knows? But it was good.
You know, this whole trip was about blessings and longevity and wellness. We just like have added to our lives
Because I'm
going to
like,
Japan.
so it's,
Okay.
I'm looking at a black egg right now, right? And it says it's boiled in the sulfurous water.
Yes. And the
Mhm.
chemical
Did
reaction.
the egg stink?
No,
No,
it did not.
it didn't. Yeah, it didn't.
didn't have
And
the
and
smell.
the egg, I think the sulfur does make the egg have like more umami flavor or something like that. Like it does taste a little different. It was just like a good bowl.
But it's not like overpowering. Like
No,
with
it wasn't.
sulfur.
It wasn't bad. It was a good boiled egg.
Yeah.
So yes. And then we took so it's funny. So we just wanted to experience a bullet train. So
So funny.
we drove during the tour because we were on our way to, I forgot the area, but we were on our way to our next hotel called the Onsen Hotel. But on the way there, maybe it was like a 2-hour trip so we had to drive into like a bullet train stop. Took a bullet train one stop just to experience a bullet train. Then we still had to drive anyways to the place.
It was so funny.
That is
hilarious.
bad. You went one stop.
Yeah.
Experience a bullet train ride.
Not going in, I didn't realize that was the case. I thought we were actually going to be taking the bullet train from. But whatever. It is what it is. But
I think the bullet trains are a little bit expensive.
Yeah.
Though,
They are
so
expensive.
I think that's probably why.
If
Yeah.
you wanna, the bullet trains are one of the expensive things to do in Japan to take one. Because, for example, it's like twice as, maybe even more than twice as fast as the trains here
Yes.
in the US.
That's what I was about to say. How long is a stop?
So like a trip of, I think, is it Kyoto to Tokyo like a 1 hour?
I think so.
I think they said Osaka. Didn't?
No.
Are you trying to say
Osaka to
Osaka?
Kyoto. Osaka to Kyoto, I think, is 1 hour. I don't remember.
I think it's like Osaka to Tokyo will take you around 2 hours.
2 hours.
Go from Osaka
Which is
all
like
the way, which
and
took
would
us
be like an 8-hour.
took us like 5 days.
That's because we were going stops along the way. But
It
it's
was
like
5 days. I was
if you
like,
were to drive straight from Osaka to Tokyo, It's like an 8-hour drive, but you can just take the bullet train like 1 or 2 hours or something. I forgot the full thing, but
Mhm.
yeah,
And they're very nice. They're very nice trains. It's kind of like, I guess you could compare it to an Amtrak, but like,
it's the
of course,
closest
nicer.
thing to the
But
bullet
faster.
train is an Amtrak.
Mhm.
So in like
And they go fast.
Very
They
All
fast.
right.
fast.
So let's try to.
Oh, this was
Yeah.
this. Oh, sorry.
Sorry. Say your last name, but let's try to finish
Speed
things
through the
up
rest.
because we are getting long, realizing that we've done so much.
I mean, do we need a part one, part two? I will say that night we stayed at the Onsen Hotel, which was one of my favorite things because we got to experience, going inside a hot spring, like in a hotel, very
Mhm.
anime thing.
Very anime thing.
No, it's
Yeah, it's very different. So for me, living in LA, I've gone to Wi Spa, Korean spa, so I'm a little bit more comfortable. But like when you go to these hot springs, you have to be like fully naked in front of other people. So I know that's a little weird, folks, just as a heads up. But it's like very relaxing. We got to dress up in yukatas and stuff. And we also, that hotel, you could sleep. I think Toyin slept Japanese style.
Yeah, I
on a
slept on the
futon.
futon.
Yeah.
Yes,
Mhm.
that was nice.
So that was nice.
So yeah, that's how we ended the day at the hot spring and had relaxing hot spring. Oh, we also had like another like 5-course meal, but that was a whole nother
Oh my
that was
God.
10
yeah.
course meal. We're talking about
10-course
10
meal.
course.
They had to we were trying to go in order of like what the menu was. Like, what did we eat? Oh,
Wait, they have like so is it
there's a lot of little plates all around you.
it's not like it's like breakfast, lunch, dinner, obviously. But let's say just say dinner. There's like the entree and the dessert and like the salad area.
We
Is there
knew what
is
the
it like
entree was.
Yes, it's
Well,
like
the way I forget the name for it, but it was like a type of meal, a specific type of meal. It's not like that's what Japanese people eat
Of
every
course,
day,
yeah.
but like you always start with like the sashimi, like the sushi
Mhm.
is like you eat that first, and then maybe you go to like your soup or your rice, and then there's usually another fish. It's like it's not even like appetizer, entree. It's just like there's just a lot of stuff in front of you.
In front of you.
You just have to like
You didn't even know what the
figure it
entree
out.
was because the things could have been the entree. Who knows?
So it's just like a pick and choose what you're about to eat as it's in front of you.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Y'all had to
And a
use
lot
like
of it-
on the chopsticks.
yes. We also mostly ate with chopsticks.
And a lot of
Yeah,
it,
we mostly ate with chopsticks.
yeah, and a lot of it is like things go together. Where like you would have to dip the fish into the sauce, like that was the thing you had to do with that sauce. But there was there was a thing where you had to put the fish in the soup, like that little tiny hot pot to make it hot, and then to get out, like it was just a lot of like steps.
Yeah, they would instruct us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So
And
let's
it's showing off my chopsticks.
yes.
Speaking of food.
So the next day we went to a ninja museum.
That
Like
was
an actual ninja museum.
in the ninja house.
We went to a ninja house. And we were in the
Very
area of
cool.
Japan where they're like where a lot of ninjas lived.
Like their origination, where they came from.
Yeah.
What do you mean where they live?
It was like where like the ninja
The
like,
origin of the
of the
ninja.
ninjas, yeah, in Japan.
Yeah, this really made me feel like, oh yeah, ninjas were like real.
Oh,
They were like spies and they
Oh.
would like have lots of hidden traps and stuff in their houses. It was so cool.
Which is really nice.
And we threw ninja stars.
Two ninja stars.
And you can also
is it the same place that y'all had like? I'm assuming this is like where it looks like an axe throwing thing,
Yes,
right?
yes, yes.
kind of like
It
axe
looked
throwing,
like excellent.
ninja star instead. And then after that, we went to the Miho Museum, which is like a famous museum in Japan.
It was architect.
It was so big and so nice, and like just to enter museum was like an experience.
Yeah.
It was great. The only thing is I didn't have a lot of time there because you only saw one exhibit. You only had like 1 hour there, but you wish you could have seen more of it. But it was so pretty. And it was surrounded by like nature as well, which is nice. And then we arrived in Kyoto, which was the capital of Japan before Tokyo. We went to Kyoto, and then we
It's
saw
more like
Hmm?
Kyoto. It's just like it's more like traditional, not like big city vibes, and like
Yeah.
the buildings can't be over a certain height too. So it's like a different type of vibe from Tokyo.
Yes, and a lot of this where kids from like school kids go take their like field trips at. They go to Kyoto for field trips,
Mhm.
kind of because they want to learn about more about Japanese history and stuff.
Another
'Cause
thing to mention, of course, like we saw a lot of kids on their field trips when we're at all these
We're in Kyoto, yes.
that throughout the whole trip. If you go to a place, you'll see the group of like students because like that's
Especially
is very
Kyoto,
cute.
especially
It's
though,
very
we
cute.
see a lot of groups of kids
It was very cute.
Yeah.
together with their matching outfits and hats,
Very
learning
cute,
about
very cute.
history like us.
Yeah.
Yep.
So Kyoto, we arrived in Kyoto that night, and then the next day was all in Kyoto. And all we did was go, for the most part, go to shrines. We were just like
Shrines
one
and
shrine after
temples,
the other.
shrines and temples.
Yeah.
Yes, shrines.
But that one special thing we liked was that we went to a green tea ceremony.
Oh my god!
Oh,
This is a
Michael.
you can keep talking.
Yeah.
and which are geisha apprentices. So they're training to be geishas, but they aren't geishas yet. So we went to like a
Oh,
Maiko,
that's so nice.
the Maiko, yes. It was really nice.
And the reason it's not geisha. This is in Kyoto where they say geiko instead of geisha. That's why it's Maiko.
Mhm.
So yeah, so the Maiko that we talked to, she was 16 years old.
16.
Yeah.
And I played a game with her. So there's a part of the thing. We had a matcha, so we had some matcha. We did the matcha ceremony with tea.
Mhm.
And then she did a performance. And then we played a game with her. That was fun. That was a fun game. You should see me play.
The
Toyin was
Yes,
very
the cup
impressive.
game. Yes.
That was good. I think I went the longest.
Toyin was very impressive. She
Yeah,
like
she was
hyper
very
fixated on this
I
game.
heard.
And then the
It was
Michael,
impressive.
one time the Michael lost.
I
And I was
remember
like,
the
"Where's
goal.
Michael?"
Yeah. And
Yeah.
she also did a dance, a traditional Japanese dance, and there was a Q&A session. So that was like a very like unique experience, I feel like. And they live in Gion where it's only women, right?
Yeah, I think so.
They live like in a place where it's like only women live or something. It was just very
Very
interesting.
interesting.
So yes, that was a nice time. And then that was pretty much the highlight of our Kyoto day. But we also saw other shrines. Went through like a bamboo forest too,
That was really cool.
which was interesting.
Very good pictures from that.
Yeah.
And then the recent episode of Demon Slayer, they were like in the bamboo forest, so it was like I thought about that. So
And then I think that was also the day we had like we found this Indian curry place to eat for dinner. And now we left Kyoto afterwards and we went to Anara Deer Park. So I don't know if you ever heard of
Listen.
deers.
that was a story.
So first of all, I was the one who experienced this. I have the firsthand experience.
Mhm.
If
I
you've
have a
seen the
little-
deers on Instagram, Toyin, yes, because Toyin like helped save my life. The deer that like when you bow your head to the deers, the deers bow back. You're like, wow, this is so quaint, like so Disney. No, Instagram versus reality. These deer are so aggressive. As soon as you get the deer food, I had 7 deers just like following me, and I was like, oh my god, what do I do? I was playing hot potato with Toyin. I was like, Toyin, I can't open it, please. I threw it to her so they would distract me. And it's just we have a really funny video and picture of me being like terrified. And then once you give away all the food, you have to do this with your hand, like show that your hands are empty.
No more food.
That
I
they
don't
will
have
leave you
food
alone.
anymore.
Mhm.
It was like
And it's weird because I've been seeing deers fight each other too for the food. So it's like this is getting a lot. So
And I guess they just are so used to humans. The fact that they like bow to you or they like understand your gestures, I'm like, we saw deers like crossing the street. It was
that
something.
whole
and in
station,
Japan in
like,
general,
that's a station is like a deer park, and the deer will just be around the area. They can even go as far as to the bus station where you go.
and they believe like I think is that they believe like deers are like the messengers of God or something. Which one was it again? Like
That
that's
was koi fish.
yeah.
I think because with the Shinto religion, I think certain animals have like a lot of
Messengers.
importance, and I think deer is one of.
You're not like it's illegal to kill a deer. I
You
think.
can't kill a deer in Japan. You can, and they don't sell deer meat in Japan.
I feel so bad because I had 2 thoughts come in my head, right?
What was your
When I'm talking about her deer experience, right? Her traumatizing deer experience. All I can think of was the first time I went to New York and I got attacked by pigeons.
Oh,
right? So
usually
I'm
it's like
like,
that. And sometimes you don't even have food. Like I saw this old Japanese guy with like a newspaper or something, and the deer was going after him. And I was like, no, I don't have food.
It was funny.
so like the second thing
I
is
saw.
I don't know if like y'all know this, but in the States, it's illegal to kill geese.
Oh.
So I'm
Similar,
like,
I did not know
bro, they're
that.
the birds of Japan.
Yeah, and in another funny story, somebody in our group literally saw, because there's a lot of school kids there, literally saw a deer eat this kid's homework. Like actually. And I'm like, can you imagine
That's
going
a
to
real
school and you're like, a deer ate my homework? Hilarious.
That's a legit excuse.
Anyways, so yes, Nara Deer Park. Fun fact, Nara was the first capital of Japan.
Yes.
Yes, so it was Nara, then Kyoto, then Tokyo. So we went to like all like the old capitals of Japan through our trip. After that, we went to Osaka, and then we visited Osaka Castle, which was a very tall castle. We had to walk up 8 flights of stairs to see everything.
Blackpink flashbacks, huh?
One thing about shrines and like temples and castles in Japan, you have to do a lot of walking,
Yes.
a lot of exercise to see it.
That's how
enjoy
it
it.
is.
That's how it is. So if you
Yep.
want to go do these things to Japan, make sure you're physically fit.
Yeah. And
That's
I
why
don't
you're skinny.
remember.
You walk everywhere.
I'm not sure if we already went past this day, but we also went to the like 1,000 shrine thing
Yeah, that was
where
in
there's like
Kyoto,
the
yeah.
gates,
Mhm.
the 1,000
gates.
gates, and like
Mhm.
we did it's a very famous touristy spot, lots of tourists, but like we did the like quick loop, but there's like, oh, if you go,
That's like
you
2
turn
hours.
right, it's like a 2-hour mountain hike.
Yeah.
So, but we did a quick loop. But when
Damn,
somebody in
I
our
didn't
group
do
got a
that.
little lost, yeah. So you gotta be careful with these shrines.
So
One
yeah,
wrong turn.
So they
So
keep
that was
going.
one-
There's like 1,000 like of those pillars, right? So it just
Mhm.
keeps going.
so that was one. Then so Osaka Castle, we went there, and then we went to the Dotonbori shopping street in Osaka, which is like a famous shopping area. So we just did more shopping. It's pretty much
Daisho, right? That's where we went to Daisho.
Yes.
Daisho
Donto-
shop.
No, I thought it was. I guess it's both. I think it was Donto.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think it's called Daisho, right?
I thought it was
Daisho.
Dotonbori as well.
No, that's the street.
No, the store. So Daisho,
Yeah.
Yes.
Daisho is
That's
like
the
a
store.
Dollar Tree.
Yes.
It's like a dollar store. It's
Mhm.
100 yen store.
100
It is
yen.
amazing. It's where I bought this little fan
Mhm.
and my stamp pads, and we got so many things. Got some gifts, and it's like we got a lot of fans and chopsticks, and it's like everything's like 100 yen.
Everything's 100 yen.
Great.
I bet it's
Very
all quality
Yeah.
stuff too.
100 yen. I think is about
Right? Like I think this was like 200 though. Like certain things are
Yeah.
more, but it's
so
good
cheap
stuff.
because 100 yen I think is like 60 cents.
Mhm.
The
So yeah,
dollar store we have here.
It's not even a
The
dollar
dollar
store.
no.
It's not even a dollar. We don't even have dollar stores here anymore.
we kind of do,
The
but
$1.25.
No, but the items are not a dollar.
anyway, so
Yeah.
that's now we're in Osaka. The next day, we stayed in Osaka and went to Himeji Castle and then a Kurashiki Canal. So it was more like a chill day. We didn't do a lot.
And they're
of stuff.
famous for their denim.
Yes. Oh, and then they're famous for
Oh yeah.
Japanese denim.
Mhm.
so we went to like
With like Adam Lambert has like
I
worn
know.
some
It
denim
was
that
like
we
a
saw.
weird
famous
ad.
place. A lot of people went and got their denim for their concerts. It's like okay.
I'm not even. That was the last name I expected to hear today.
I'm
Right?
trying to appeal to the tourism. So like,
Yeah.
oh, look at this foreign guy who came and got our denim.
Our mom had to fight. Our mom had to.
Fight over a denim shirt. It was weird.
Oh,
No,
yes.
yeah. So our mom had to fight over the shirt, but she got it. She almost started a ruckus, but
And you got a
anyways.
hat. You got a denim bucket hat.
I got a denim bucket hat, which
Yes.
Yeah.
So we only did 2 things on that day. So it was kind of chill.
Peach ice cream.
Peach ice cream was great. Peach ice cream apparently it was famous there. And then the next day we left Osaka and went to Hiroshima. And that Hiroshima day wasn't the best of days, I would say.
It
Because
was
we went to
raining.
the Peace. It was also first
Brahma.
time it was raining all day.
It was
Then
already.
we went to the Peace Memorial Park, which is like next to the Atomic Bomb Museum.
Oh,
So
God.
we saw like a structure that was left after the atomic bomb
Mhm.
was thrown in Hiroshima. So like the standing structure that was left.
Mhm.
And then also we went to the museum, and then it was sad because
Brahma.
it was just a
It's
lot.
depressing.
Sad.
Tragic. Oh, and there's also the like paper crane
Yeah, the paper
children's
crane thing.
monument as well. And they have the
Oh.
flame that is like will only go off when people give up on
Like
atomic
war. It's
bombs.
just
So
no
it's
more
like a
war.
forever going. Oh yeah, there's no more war or no more weapons or something.
Something like that.
Yeah.
One of those three. No more war, no more weapons.
Very sad.
Very sad.
Very, very
That
sad.
sounds like a very sad day.
And it was already raining too, so it just fit the mood. And the museum is dark inside, and it's all black and dark inside. It's a cool museum, but it was just depressing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there was like, never again. This should not happen again.
Yes.
But I don't know what's going on in this world, but a lot of things are not are happening in this
At
world.
this point,
And this is bad. So like, I don't know. Maybe I just hope not another atomic bomb happens in our.
Yeah, it's really trying to get that message across.
Mhm.
But then it wasn't all sad because then we went to Miyajima.
Yes, Miyajima was nice.
There's a
And
little
we
tiny
took a
island
ferry.
off of Japan that we went to.
And we had to take a
So
ferry.
there's this food that's called a momiji. I had the paper. I think
Oh
I
my God.
threw it away. It's a maple leaf flavored like sweet. And the way that our tour guide said it was like they created this food after the war because they needed a reason to put like a smile on people's faces. They were like, people need to smile. So they have these like maple leaf little foods and they're like, oh, you have to eat these. And so that was like really sweet, literally and figuratively. And it was a cute place. We saw this famous, oh God, I'll unblock.
That you even have the
Famous
thing ready.
because
Oh,
I
wait.
just unpacked my suitcase.
Perfect timing.
Okay.
This
Yes. So
this is a shrine that's in water,
yeah,
which
I
is
have a
cool.
picture of that.
Miyajima.
So you said it's called Momiji.
I thought that was really cool.
Like the character?
Momiji is the is there a
The
character?
character?
That's the food. That's the food.
I know it's good. I didn't even know if you even ate the real thing, but what we ate that day with the maple leaf.
Yeah, it's called a momiji.
What do you
Manju.
mean you don't know the character? Momiji?
From where?
Isn't that like a rabbit or something? Not rabbit, but it's like a
Fruits basket.
I know
Oh,
it's a
talking about but
No, I
that's
don't think that's the same
that's
word.
not related. It's not related.
No, I'm saying, is it spelled like the same way?
I don't think it is.
Okay.
I don't think so.
It
I
is
don't-
I think it is. I'm just Googling it. It seems like
Oh,
it's
I
spelled
didn't
the same
know.
way.
Yeah, Momoji is from Free Basket.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, wait, help me. Help
Yeah,
me.
Momoji, yep. But
It is spelled the same way. I wonder if there's a connection.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the name also has to do with the island,
Mm.
maybe.
Okay.
But,
The island also
but this
had
was cool.
deer. The island also had deer. But
Mhm.
deer
But
wild.
you
But
couldn't,
those
but that
deer, they
deer
said
did
don't.
not feed. No, not feed those deer.
They said
They're
don't feed
wild.
these deer.
Don't feed these deer.
They're wild deer. I mean, so it wasn't on the island, but there we had okonomiyaki in Hiroshima.
Mhm.
Oh yes, a famous food. for
And
that
then on the
area.
island we had like the eel food. Was there a term for that?
Oh, so
That was
good.
the best. I think second best meal
Yes.
in
Got some
Japan.
eel. That was fun.
And then we went to another island after that. Shikoku Island. And there we went to
Oh, is
Uniqlo
that
again.
where?
Yeah. We went to Uniqlo again.
Uniqlo again, and you're like,
And then
That was the
and
second
then we did
Uniqlo,
another hot spring. Another hot spring.
which was fun. Yeah.
And one fact was that we
and-
went on, I think we drove on like the longest like bridge connecting an island to another
This-
lake.
that was the next day. Are you talking about the longest suspension bridge?
That's something else. No.
No.
That's like the longest road that connected to like an island to another island. We went on.
Oh,
Yeah, the scenic. Yeah,
longest-
that we went on like a
Yeah.
scenic route. Yeah.
Yes, I
Mhm.
do know what you're talking about.
Yeah, but then we're almost done. We're almost done. You know what I'm saying? One more day.
You have 2 more days. 2 more days.
Mhm. Then on the last day of our tour, we went to
So-
another like this is like rural Japan, I would say, because we were like outside of the city.
Mhm.
Which was kind of nice. And I
Mhm.
liked how we kind of left the big metropolitan areas and went to see more rural
Mhm.
areas. The
Countryside.
last day was like a nature rural kind of nature day. We
Mhm.
went to a Bokeh George
Bokeh
Gorge.
boat ride. So we went on a little boat ride to see some nature.
Mhm.
Then I also went to Ritsurin Park to see more nature.
I
And then
don't know if you can see this, but
Yeah.
here. It was really
Oh,
pretty, like
mhm.
almost like a botanical garden.
yeah.
and this
Ritsurin Garden.
mhm.
This was it's a famous strolling style garden for a daimyo who was a feudal lord.
Yeah, that's like
Daimyo.
if you know the hierarchy of
Daimyo.
lords or whatever, I
It's like
think
right
that's
below
like
Shogun.
right below
Daimyo is
Shogun.
below
Yes.
Shogun.
That feels like it has power behind. Like, oh,
Yes.
casually
Daimyo.
strolling through this park.
Yeah.
I was watching
Yeah.
Shogun and then we went to Japan, so it was kind of funny. I was like, I know these references anyways. And then you're supposed to go on another shrine that you have to climb steps to, but we just
God
canceled
did not do that.
Their tour guide was like, "Y'all, do you really want to do this?" And we all said
They're
no.
like,
We
that
had
wasn't
to
even
go up like
worth it.
1,000 steps. We were like, this is a lot.
That's so funny.
And
That's
people were
so
like, it
funny.
wasn't worth it because once you get up the step, the view is just like, oh, it's just a normal temple. It wasn't like a huge view. Like,
He was like, "You've seen enough shrines.
you've
You've
seen
seen
enough
enough shrines
shrines
this trip."
today.
I
That's
prayed
it.
enough today.
Of
Yes.
the whole trip, every single shrine or museum or castle, like we have like a pamphlet. So I have so many of these little mementos
Mhm.
and stamps.
That's what I have next to
Yes,
me.
yeah, yeah.
And then
Um,
and then we went back to Osaka after that. Oh, and people had Kobe beef, but we couldn't eat the Kobe beef because we already had our halal Wagyu beef, so we were already fine. Kobe
Kobe
beef
and Wagyu,
Wagyu is same thing.
same.
yeah, it's the same thing.
Kobe and
Kobe
Wagyu.
is just a region and it's a way to market it. It was just a way to market
So why didn't y'all eat it?
because it wasn't halal.
Mhm.
It was through
Yes,
the tour.
that's
so we did it.
why.
Yeah.
And that's why Toby and Toyin specifically made sure we had our own version earlier in the trip so that we wouldn't feel like we missed out.
Mhm. Mhm.
Mhm.
We did because we had it and it was good. And but then over here we had a really good like seafood meal.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the tour was done and
We decided to
last day,
yes.
yes.
Last day, we went to the Universal Studios Japan in Osaka.
More walking.
Osaka!
We started off walking.
Our
and
last
it
It
was
was
day,
hot that day.
Well,
was
it's kind of
hot.
smaller though. I don't have much from our trip. I have a Yoshi pin.
Yoshi!
So in Universal Studios Japan, we went to
Harry Potter World.
Harry Potter World. It's kind of like the
Harry
Wizarding
Potter!
World. I think it's called the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. I think the full name, I don't remember. And we cosplayed as characters from Mashup. We were not cosplaying as Harry Potter characters. We were cosplaying
But
as
people
Mashup.
They
like
knew.
But since
people
we're
know.
So
No,
fun.
but like
The
it's funny
the
because
Japanese workers.
they were like Masho.
I just remember this one lady just like far away from me. She just makes eye contact with me, just does this.
If you're listening and
I
not
was like,
watching
yes.
this video, we're doing the Bing Bang Bang Born dance move.
I know it's funny because
Yes.
we can pass as Harry Potter characters anyways because we were like similar.
I know.
People
Somebody
thought
took
we were from
pictures with
Gryffindor. I
us.
was like,
People were like,
Yes, they thought we were Gryffindor.
Gryffindor.
we got
Some man was like, "Can I take a picture with
a
you guys?"
random
And we're like,
man. I was like, come picture you guys.
"Okay."
Yeah, but you're saying to me that you said the Japanese workers knew.
They knew. They'd be like, "Oh, Marshall," and we were like, "Yes."
They do.
This motion, what I'm saying, ow!
But the people who did not know what Masho was thought we were just Harry Potter characters anyways.
Oh my god.
And
And I heard some like I heard some like high school girl saying, like walking by and saying, "Oh, bling 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 born," and I'm like, "I know you're talking about me." No, I know.
No.
It was so funny. So funny.
It's hilarious. And
But
then
that was great. It's very similar to the Universal in Los Angeles, but with the exception of I don't think in LA they have like Jaws, and like we went on Jurassic Park roller coaster, but I don't remember they having the same one.
Yeah, Jurassic Park was
Maybe?
there, which was fun. That roller coaster.
Yeah, it was funny. We have a before and after picture, which is hilarious.
I did not go on that, so I was like, nope.
And
But
then
they did.
Yeah,
They went to
World
Nintendo World.
was a lot.
we went
Did
to
y'all go to Nintendo World?
Nintendo
Yes.
was a lot.
There's so many people though.
There was just so
many people.
Mhm.
Like we had
But
to
did
find
you
the
hunt?
entry. Yes, we went.
We went,
And we were doing
but
the whole park was like a
no. you walk in it. So, but the thing we didn't do. So you have to, because money. If you buy a special watch, then you can interact with
With
the
the
stuff
park.
and like make
Mhm.
like punch the cubes
And
and
get
stuff.
like stars.
but we didn't
But we
buy
got like the bad one because we
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
just
we would be like
mad,
punching
though.
it and it'd be like doo doo.
I like
Yeah.
there was another cost too. That's like I wish it wasn't. I wish it was.
We should have gotten fast pass too.
No, but that's not even a
Not go
fast
on the
pass
ride.
thing. That was a wristband you had to
You
get.
had to buy.
Yeah.
Also, I would have liked to go
Yeah,
on the rides.
so-
But we did not go on any of the rides there because they had long lines.
But also
And
they
the
were
Nintendo-
not. But even
yeah.
the rides there, they were like kids. There was like the Yoshi ride was kids based.
Yeah, but there's another ride we could have tried, like the Mario.
Which is like a Mario Kart ride.
Yeah, yeah, we didn't go on
Isn't
it
there a
because it was like
Nintendo World
100.
in California though?
I think there is.
I
I
have
think they're
not
trying
gone
to
to the
make
one.
one.
There is in LA. There is one in LA. I haven't been because I went to Universal before the Super Nintendo World came out.
Mhm.
So I haven't been to the one in LA.
Okay.
But there is
So-
Super Nintendo World. And it looks the same where you walk in and you see it looks like you're inside 3D
And they
Super Mario.
gave.
So what I liked about it was so visual appealing. It was,
It was
just
just
in the
pretty.
game.
Oh.
And everywhere was just
Oh, I have my pen.
Nintendo
Yeah.
World. I know.
Oh. Wait, what does it do? What does it come?
I
What
have
comes
a
out of
pen.
it?
A mushroom comes out of the
Oh
question mark
my
box
God.
when you click
That's
it.
so freaking cute.
So I liked
Yeah,
how
it was
it
so
looked, but we couldn't really do anything there. And we were even in line for popcorn, and we just left the line because there were so many lines. It was just so crowded.
It was just too many people.
And I guess I could have played like the one that there was a game that you didn't have to wait for, but you had to pay for it. So they didn't want to pay for it. It was like
Nobody
$5,000.
wants that.
But overall Universal was fun. They also have Peanuts, so they have like Charlie Brown and Snoopy
Yes.
and stuff, which I had never seen before. They had like Sesame Street, which was really
Yes,
cute. We took
right.
They
pictures
have
with like
Sesame Street.
Yes.
yes, they have Sesame Street. They had the smallest looking Elmo I've ever seen. I was like, who is in this? And then they had Cookie Monster, Count Dracula. So that was really cute.
They had
And
Sesame
there's
Street.
Yes.
Mhm.
yes,
Elmo's
Sesame
World.
Street, Peanuts.
Elmo's World.
And then they have Despicable Me World.
yes.
Minions.
course they do.
The
Which
ride
we
there was
do.
actually pretty good.
Not
the
Minion
ride we
Park.
did there.
The ride was
Minion
pretty
Park.
fun. Minion Park, yeah.
Mhm.
And then they also have like New York Street
It was
and
funny.
like Hollywood. I was like, am I back in LA?
So
And
Am I
then
back
they
home?
had yeah, and they had Sanrio. So there's like a concert with Kuromi and My Melody.
Mm.
There's like they have a lot of like Hello Kitty stuff too.
Yes, there was a Hello Kitty.
I thought it was fun. I actually liked Universal.
Teacups. There was
Mhm.
Hello Kitty teacups.
and there was some anime stuff there too. So I guess they
Yeah.
had more anime.
Oh yes,
the 40 movie.
My Hero Academia.
Yes.
We went to My Hero Academia.
Mhm.
movie, but it was all in Japanese
So-
though. So we're like,
No
what's going on?
subtitles.
No, but they did have subtitles
Oh, this one did.
Universal
In the intro.
in
yes,
the intro and in the
video.
Despicable Me ride had like, but in the intros had
Yes,
subtitles.
they
So
had
not the actual ride, but at least
Mhm.
the intro had subtitles.
We were just going off of vibes.
Yes, we was going off the vibes, and what was really
Man
cool is
screaming.
that so we watched a 4D show with I think the My Hero film. It was 4D, so like there would be water and air and stuff, and the seats would move. And then afterwards was the merch was really cool. They had a merch. You're done with the show, you go to a merch store because they want you to buy it.
Yeah, you could get
Oh.
ears, but it's like
Yes.
Bakugo.
And there was so they had four showcased characters was Uraraka, Deku, Bakugo, and
Todoroki.
Todoroki.
I would have bought
Those were
Bakugo
characters.
hands
And I got it.
so fast.
Yes, I got Uraraka's shirt from there, which is nice.
I got a Mario bucket hat. They also had headbands with like Mario characters.
Yeah, so they had like
Yeah,
those
which is really
literally
funny.
all those park stuff you'll see, like the headbands, but then it's anime instead. One sad thing is that their Demon Slayer ride was closed.
I think it had just closed too because I remember
No.
like looking forward to the Mugen Train ride.
They had a Mugen Train ride.
And then it was
I
like,
think
yeah,
they only do one at a time. Like I think didn't you guys say there's gonna be Chainsaw Man next?
yeah, but I think we've gone to Universal, I think in an interim period because literally like I was checking the app like 2 days ago, I saw the ride in the app. Like 2 hour wait or something, but it was in the app. And then the next day it wasn't there and I was mad.
Yeah. I think there's a lot of changes.
What is it? Just
It's
trauma?
like a 4D, like, and yeah, and it's like you go in and you'll see clips of like the show. It was like, yeah.
But
We
that was
did
closed,
not
so we
see
couldn't
that
enjoy
when we were
I have no
there.
idea what it would
We did not see that at all.
Because it was not open when
We
we
didn't
did.
do this, but there was a Detective Conan thing, and
Of
and
course. I'm surprised I didn't hear more about Detective Conan because I know Japan is it an airport named after Detective Conan?
oh, I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know,
I
but there was a
familiar
lot of
with
Detective
Something
Detective
named
Conan.
after Conan. I can't
I
remember.
wasn't
There was
familiar with
a lot. There's a lot of Detective Conan stuff though when we were there.
but we didn't do
sure.
any of
And
them.
there was a Dragon Quest thing too in the Jurassic World, in the Jurassic Park.
Oh, interesting.
But I mean,
Yeah,
I
there's
don't
a
know
lot of
those
Detective
things,
Conan.
so I didn't really care for it. But Universal,
Yeah,
it's
but then
pretty cool. It was pretty cool.
and then that was it.
Was
Then
it?
we went
Done
home.
with Japan.
I'm
Oh, should we
glad
talk
I
about
had
our
that.
last day? Like we're in the Universal like hotel,
Yeah.
and then
At
the
Fred
last
Hotel.
day we had like breakfast there, but there was this
Oh,
whole
the
issue.
We
We like
we
went-
need to
got
talk
a
about
list.
that.
So we were talking about, oh, is this halal? And then they were like, oh, let me give you a huge list of everything that you can eat. So literally, it was so nice of them though, but they made like a whole list of stuff you could eat. So that was nice. And they were like, took a picture with the chef
You're
because
already eating.
Oh,
so
that's
yeah, it was like every single thing, like the salad dressing, like
down
this is
to
what
like
you can eat.
yeah, the little
but I appreciate that because
There's
I
some
feel
things
like
about it.
if you go to other places and you're like, do you have halal? They'll probably just look at like imagine if y'all and I would never personally want to go here, and this is full shade, right? I would never want to go to Paris and ask for halal food, right? Because I feel like those Parisians would look at me crazy. But so the fact that
They would,
Mm-hmm.
right, so
They
the fact that a
won't even.
Japanese person was like, "Oh, let me tell you, this is what you can eat," and they're so meticulous about it, I think that that's really beautiful.
They were very,
It was
very,
beautiful.
they're
I was
very
like,
nice.
wow.
Very polite and very nice.
I had a one funny story about my hair. You know how some Japanese people will be like, "Oh, you have cool hair."
Yeah.
So I had this weird instance that didn't touch my hair though, so that was fine. But it was like very mesmerized by my hair. It was interesting, and then my mom's hair too. It was just a whole thing.
Oh,
How
they
was
were.
the
They
hair? What
love
was the
that.
hair look like?
No, they were really interested in their braids. So my mom, she loved the attention. So they asked her if they could touch her hair. She was like, yeah. So then like it was really funny to me because they asked if they could touch, and I'm like, okay, cool. But then also later they would like come back and just like be touching her hair. I was like, I didn't know this was like not for the
What
rest
do
of
you
the
mean
day.
come back? You're like, you know what?
We were
Remember that black lady we touched her hair? Let's go back there.
No, I think she like came and brought her friend or something.
She made a
they
phone
would
call.
Yes, they were like, "Oh, look at this!" It was at the hotel where we were eating breakfast. So like we were eating breakfast, for like a good amount of time. So we were in like one place.
That's
And they kept
hilarious.
finding her.
So yes, that was our trip to Japan.
That's a long.
On that note,
That was a long talk, but
sorry it took so long.
No, the funny stories are reminding me. I don't know if you were there, Jumai, but it was at Anime NYC. And I don't know if y'all remember, but that guy that was like at the entrance of the Javits Center and he starts screaming Nezuko.
Oh yeah,
Starts charging at us.
Walking. Oh my god.
I remember.
That was. I didn't even know what to say.
Because it was so much happening because somebody was like, "Oh my gosh, are you twin?"
Yes.
And as that's happening, Nezuko! And he's sprinting full our direction. Nothing was happening I was taking seriously. I just couldn't stop laughing.
I felt like
immediately after that, that guy that was like, "Can I put you in my box?" Boy, get out of here! Like,
I have never felt so protective over my little sisters. I was like, what is happening here?
It was so much.
That was New York, by the way.
That was
New
smart. That was smart. That was like in a span of 10 minutes. That was on a span of-
Anyway,
But no, I'm glad y'all had fun. I'm
thanks.
glad this was nice.
You
I
got a
would
lot
have been on,
to-
but it's okay.
Inshallah,
Wait,
we'll go
I have a
again
question.
and we can invite you maybe.
You should go with the Black Panther anime. I think they're organizing it.
I think they're going next year, yeah?
Mhm.
Did y'all
I
see
definitely
Pandas?
want to go again to Tokyo again, just specifically Tokyo.
Definitely. Tokyo was my favorite city. I would
Mhm.
live there. Like,
Yeah. Did y'all see Pandas?
No.
no. Oh, someone in our tour group went specifically to go see the pandas, but we didn't go.
Okay. Okay. I'll accept that.
I saw enough animals. The deer was a lot.
The deer was a lot.
She said, I would never in my days.
So we were like just getting a preview of what we could like, do in these places for the most part, and like Tokyo at least. Just a lot more you can do in Tokyo than this didn't do. So we like a trip. So this for Tokyo would be nice. And I want to go to Disneyland again, and I want to go to Universal.
Oh, and there's also the other island off of mainland Japan. What was that place called again? Like, in Japan?
Okinawa.
You want to go
Well,
there?
we didn't go to Okinawa. We didn't go to Hokkaido. I really want to go to Hokkaido.
Hokkaido.
as well.
A lot of like if you want to go to northern Japan, there's like
Mhm.
there as well.
All right. So that's our episode. Thanks for listening to our long episode about Japan.
I know it's pretty long, but we had a lot to say,
It was
and
a wonderful
We had a
journey.
lot to say.
now I can just show
Thank
it
you
to
for
my
having
friends.
me.
Yeah,
Thanks. Yeah.
Thanks for
Jumai was
coming.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It was really fun, just like chatting with y'all and forgetting that people will have to listen to this one day.
Yeah,
So,
and
I hope I
reminiscing.
didn't say
'Cause we
anything
just
too
felt like we're
crazy.
just talking, yeah, to each other, not really like.
Yeah. So keep on a lookout for another podcast, maybe with Jumai again. We'll see.
Her filmmaking.
Yeah,
We'll see when our next
maybe.
podcast will be. It might be a long time until we can do another one. That's because of our busy lives.
Yes.
But we're not going away. We just might take a while
Yeah.
before you see us again.
All right.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Thanks for
Thank
joining.
you. Bye.